Inappropriate sound is inappropriate. Don't let the action suffer from a lack of atmosphere. Let Sirenscape set the tone and bring your game to life. See? That's better. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app and make it the year of atmosphere at your table. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
It's episode 19 of Dragons and Things.
What?
You know what?
Yeah!
I just heard from the couch. Somebody thought somebody else peed themselves over there. That's where we are today. This is great. We're off to a fantastic start.
We're just so excited to play.
Tonight we are doing things a little bit differently. I'm pretty excited about it. We've got some rearrangements on the couch. Some people are missing. Some people aren't here. So we have some old friends coming back to fill in some spaces. And we have some old friends playing new characters. It's going to be kind of exciting. We've never done this before. So I am eager to see how it plays out. Tonight we will be having Claret and Kimbleton join us. It'll be a lot of fun. We have Krag back this week, which is super exciting. We're so glad to have our barbarian back in the house. Ben and Diana are here, but they will not be playing Quigley and Alex. They have entirely new characters.
Completely unprepared!
Oh, Ben, make a character. Roll them up really quick. 46.
I'm working
Drop the
right
lowest
now.
die. They're going to be playing totally new characters because I don't know if you guys caught the end of last episode, but there have been some separations in the party. People have been maybe a little a split, though they don't know it yet. Before we get into tonight's adventure, as always, we are giving away prizes, and as always, so shall put up a Twitter poll that has which NPC will be presenting the prizes. Last I checked, as far as I know, Flynn, the Surf Neblin, ally of the party. Ally,
Can you
maybe.
say that 3 times fast? That
Surf
word?
Neblin, first
Neblin.
I did it perfectly. I did it perfectly, right?
Good job.
Yeah. The Surf Neblin guide, he won. So I have to figure out if I can ever repeat what I was doing last week because, man, I am all over the place with that sometimes. But we do have prizes. What I was doing. We go give away these prizes. They are real great stuff. We got this goblin here. You go to I guess if you want this in your house, staring at you all the time, then that's great for you. This is from Paizo. Yeah, this goblin here. Creepy guy. Probably do not trust. Maybe keep in a box, or he take all your things. Definitely evil and possessed. I would not put this in where you sleep. Very bad idea. We are giving away from Paizo also this Pathfinder role-playing game player character folio. All the players here, they got these folios. They always be writing all the time. All this stuff. Many stats and equipment. But then the characters die. And, well, that's the end of that. But your character will not die if you put it in this character folio.
Excuse me.
This is pretty good. Very detailed, all the stats that you have, all your equipment, and these skill check tables in the back for all the things that you want to do. That's great. Wonderful for you. Sirenscape, you are hearing that right now, and we got this little code here, just for $20 at Sirenscape.com. If you have the app and you are wanting some more sound sets, then this right here, this is what you need. If you already have some sound sets and you want more, this is also what you need. And I like it quite a bit. It's good. Sirenscape.com. We also give away from Brick Warriors. This pack here, it has many accessories for your Lego minifigures. That's wonderful. If you are like Krag and you like to put many things on your minifigures, then you will enjoy this pack. It has, let's see what's in here, an executioner hood. Oh my goodness, this is for some serious minifigures.
Secrets?
I gave away the secrets this time. Usually I keep it hush hush, but this time I tell you there's an executioner hood in here. That is a guillotine blade. That's some serious business in this pack here that we are giving away. That is coming from brickwarriors.com. We actually have a code from brickwarriors.com. If you go to brickwarriors.com and you order $10 worth of product, you are going to get 10% off the order. That is wonderful for you. That is the code BrickKrag. That is one word, but you put both the K's in there. Both the K's. That is very important. Everybody wants you to know that. That's all of this voice that I'm going to do for now. I'm done. So yeah, as was mentioned, brickwarriors.com, we have thanks for that. Thanks. Also, you guys, we've been able to come to you every week for the past few weeks and every week for the coming few weeks because of Sirenscape.com. You guys saw the ad at the beginning of the episode that we produced for them. We're very proud of it. We're very proud of our barbarian and his ability to smash, well, Adam Khan into dust. It's been a lot of fun working with them, and we look forward to some more content coming from them pretty soon. So keep your eye on our social media feeds because more is coming. That is not the only one that we did. If you go to Sirenscape.com and download the app, you can try it for free, and you might as well, because honestly, ever since we started using it, my players are obsessed with it. Ben will not stop fiddling with Sirenscape at any point. Like, he just loves Sirenscape so much. It's really awesome. It's added a ton to the game. Fart noises whenever you want them. There you go. That's what you could be having in your game with Sirenscape.
Click of a button.
At the click of a button. And of course, we don't. We never get far without Paizo making this amazing game. If you go over to Paizo.com, you can find all of the officially licensed Pathfinder and Starfinder materials. Whether you're a newbie or somebody who's been playing for years, they're going to have something that's going to make your game awesome, kick it to the next level. So very, very huge shout out and big thank you to Paizo for all the love they put into this game.
I click the yay, but I currently have a Lady Alex in front of me.
You do, yeah.
There it is.
So yeah, with all of that said, I think that we might as well just dive into the adventure, because I think we have a lot to get through tonight. I know that my players are eager to get going. Some of them haven't been on the couch for a minute. I think it's like Jamie is literally like a child, like ready to go. Ooh. So I'm going to recap a little bit. Actually, not much of a recap. We're just going to set the scene for this week.
Oh my god.
Because some stuff has happened while the party was away from Andrew. Most notably, Kimbleton. Kimbleton, the dwarf warrior, dragged into the shadows against his will. Taken in the middle of the night, his friends could not save him. But luckily, he was able to save himself. He was captured for several days before he found an opportunity to escape. But while he was captured, he learned some information vital to the party's survival and rushed back to Anderley, hoping to find them there so that he could pass on this information. But when he arrived in Anderley, it was too late. They were gone. The information so vital that he knew he had to immediately set out and find these people. But he didn't want to go it alone. The Church of Arender has sent with him an agent of their own to help him. Sorry, I'm getting into a special delivery to help him find the party and keep him safe. And another old friend of Krag's, Clarette, decided that she would join this expedition, knowing that this information was so vital. And knowing that her friends were potentially in danger, she decided she also would go along. So they have been making their own way, tracking the party rather easily, as the party made quite a splash on their way towards Solastrad. So for a skilled woodsman of Kimbleton's caliber, it was no trouble at all tracking them all the way to Solastrad. The three of you, Kimbleton, Clarette, and Celestia, who is Diana this week. She will not be playing Alex. For all of you Alex fans out there, I'm very sorry.
Guys.
We've got Celestia this week, who's
So many
probably
people
going
were
to
just like off, click,
They're
off.
just like, oh, viewership
Alex
down to
died.
0.
Instead
No,
of
Alex, who
hashtag-
cares?
Instead of
There's only 3
hashtag,
viewers. I think it's me and...
That's just us. We're just
that's
watching our own
awful.
feed. That's it. And Celestia, you guys have actually arrived in the area around Solastrad. Now, most disturbingly, in the previous 2 days on your way out, you found 3 dead horses with equipment and saddles. They were torn apart, half eaten. It was a brutal scene. But Celestia, you recognized immediately that these were horses that had been lent to the party to ease their journey up towards Solastrad. So, in your eyes, it's sad that the horses are gone, but your biggest concern now is that perhaps something has happened to the party itself. As you know that there are 2 other horses that theoretically may still be out there somewhere, perhaps offering some clue as to where the party is or their current state. You have not encountered any real danger, thanks mostly to Kimbleton, who is his skilled woodsmanship has allowed you guys to bypass most of the tricks and traps along the way. But you have actually arrived at the surprisingly abandoned mining town of Solastrad. You know that your current mission, as Kimbleton has explained to you, is to find Krag and pass along a dire warning. But finding them will, in fact, have to be the first order of business. You have arrived in this town. It looks like there's these, like, all of the buildings are empty. You've been through the town. You found out all of the buildings are empty. Most of them overrun by this dormant alien fungus, Kimbleton, that you don't even recognize. Actually, no, you would, because as a dwarf, you've spent enough time underground to know that this is not indeed supposed to be growing out in the open like this at all. You have found the sort of shriveled up bodies of mushroom creatures, all of them dead, hacked to pieces, some badly burned. You would definite signs that Krag and his friends have been through this area. The swath of destruction that they have left in their wake leads you to believe that indeed they must be around somewhere, or have been here relatively recently. Everybody make perception checks. Not
Who's
you,
everybody?
Ben. Nobody wants to hear from you.
Who's everybody?
Not you either, Krag. You're not there
Yeah,
yet.
like, why?
Sorry, I'm still picking
Why
my
what?
When you
spells.
say
but-
everybody,
I know.
be more specific.
22.
22.
23.
Oh, 23.
One better, I see.
What's 18 plus 7?
Whoa! Whoa! Excuse me.
That's 37.
As soon as Celestia figures out that hers is higher, she's going to be real smug about it. You guys all actually hear in the distance a sound. You guys actually, with that roll, recognize it as the snort of a horse coming from the west. What do you do?
Snorting of the horse?
Probably read comments. We
Yeah.
totally forgot to read comments.
Yeah.
Read some comments.
Comments.
And
That's
then,
the first time you said, what do you do? So
That's
now
true.
we're
This is
saying
the first time I said, what do you do?
Comments!
All right, I'll start. Tororpa 1 says, here I was crying inside in my little room in Portugal thinking tonight we didn't have dragons and things. Happy to know it's about to start.
All the way from Portugal!
Thank you. That's awesome.
Duchess of Dinos said that was a great Sirenscape commercial,
Excuse me.
and she's not yet won that cute goblin.
This could
One
be your
day.
time. If you
One
share,
day, don't worry.
if you share
it.
this on Twitter, you might win it today.
N. Hansen says, greetings, fellow Pathfinders.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello, Anson.
Citron32 says, hello all, stoked for another awesome Dat show.
Excited?
We are
Stoked?
too. I was really
Yes.
excited.
Citron, Crichton. I'm sorry, what is it?
Thank
Citron
you.
or Crichton?
Crichton?
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Dungeon,
Crichton.
Dungeon Doodles. Krag has been nothing but a gentleman.
Aw.
That's true. He was very tame last week. I mean, he barely
Barely
caused
himself.
any trouble.
Barely was himself.
Yeah.
And no one noticed.
I said to
That
him,
Krag-
he
No
called
one.
me earlier and he was like, you should have known it wasn't me. I wasn't speaking to you. And I said, well, I did think it was pretty strange because that Krag would never let me touch his dice.
What dice?
And we've also got the Wild Ferret and Hope Tracy have both resubscribed to Twitch Prime for 4
Nice.
months.
Yay!
This is crazy. We're looking to the heavens because we mounted TVs.
Hope Tracy says, in fact, his disappearance was never brought up again.
They don't care about me that much. It's all right.
We brought it up once, I think.
We brought it up
I was
one
really worried. I
time.
just wasn't
Trying
there.
to do the things.
It's all right. It's okay.
Duchess of Dino, everything looks so new. I love it. Yay! I mean,
Dwarves for life. Hashtag.
and
Dwarves for life.
Kitsu723 has given 102 bits. Mama Jim Jam has given 50 bits so far. This is
Yay!
starting out to be a wonderful night. And there's one for you from Luna Steel Song there.
For you, Krag.
Luna Steel Song, yay, Krag is back, and we have Claret and Kimbleton here. It's going to be a good night.
Yay.
You got that right.
It is. So,
Poor elf lady.
So, you guys have, you are in this eerily abandoned town. You guys have all heard the snort of a horse to the west. Must be relatively nearby. What do you do?
Oh, we should go find that horsey.
We should see if it's still alive.
Well, I assume if it's
Snorting.
snorting, it's alive. Maybe.
Good point. Let's go.
There's a reason they sent you along on this mission. It's because of your quick wit and observations.
So smart.
That's right.
So, all right, you guys
your
make your way.
intelligence
You see that there is sort of a
13?
break. There's
Kinda dumb.
there are a lot of relatively tall pine trees. Sort of this little mining town is sort of nestled in this pine grove, and there's a break where there's a short field, and across the way you can actually see that there is indeed a white horse. But you notice that its flank is marred with crimson. It is definitely wounded. It's sort of limping along, nibbling at what grass it can find. Clearly wounded. What do you do?
Can I try to walk up to it and calm it down?
Handle animal check.
You want to make a
Yeah.
handle animal
That's
check?
right. I'm gonna handle
Use
that
your
animal.
animal empathy to try to
Yeah. See if he likes it. That's a 17.
17.
I'm going up. I got my hands high because I'm so short. I'm just like,
Right,
it's okay.
right, so it can see you. Okay, the horse is very clearly wounded, but you can tell that the wound is it's not currently bleeding. Like most of the blood is dried, and it's very skittish as you're approaching it. But with your sort of connection to nature that you have coveted and developed over these long years, you are able to approach it and you grab hold. It still has like the reins, so you grab the reins, and it shies away at first, but it doesn't break. You can see that it still has like the saddle and saddlebags on. It looks like the wound isn't going to be fatal, and the horse is probably, as long as it is cared for, it will be okay. What do you do?
While he has the horse,
Smart.
yeah, the horse farted.
great.
Also, it's gassy.
Can I take a look in its saddlebags to like double check whose horse it
Yes,
might have
absolutely,
been?
absolutely.
Make sure it's part of our group.
Make a perception check for me.
Part of our group.
29.
29.
She perceives.
You are looking through, and all you're finding is like some rations, and like there's a rope, and there's like some like just real basic stuff. And it's really difficult to get a sense of
Lyra's
what's on.
rope?
But then you find that there's a little piece of paper that has been put tucked in, like it's not even in the saddlebag. It's actually like tucked under the straps, and you see it says, "I love you, horsey," and you instantly know
Is
that
that
this is
Lyra?
Lyra's
Lyra's
horse.
horse.
Yep,
Um,
it's Lyra's horse.
She really didn't know it left it with it.
It's her stallion.
I love you, horsey.
And is this the gassy one?
the gassy
The
horse. yeah.
gassy Lyra horse, yes. Well, obviously, this is one of the horses we're looking for. This is one of the groups.
That's good. What's the little notes? Oh, the I love you horsey. That's that one. That's that
It's
one
Lyra.
lady.
It's Lyra. Yeah, it's Lyra.
It's the happy-go-lucky one.
She's
So
the
they
one I
must
heard
be
fell in a
around.
giant pit.
What?
I heard a rumor about her falling in a pit somewhere.
Yeah, something like that.
Those rumors get around a
Birds are
lot.
talking about it on the air.
Oh my god.
Oh, true little bird. All right.
Put a hand over its
This is a
gorge.
great comment. I'm in for life. First time live watching. I'm nervous I will miss something. Hashtag,
Yikes, no pause.
Likes.
True.
Yikes.
No pause. Yikes, no pause.
It's true.
I can't read that one over there.
And it's Lucas Martinez says, what the hell? I'm 15 minutes late and Quigley and Alex aren't Quigley and Alex?
I'm
Right?
sorry. Sorry,
So
I'm
what do
still
we do?
picking spells. I apologize.
Oh,
I'll
and
do it
Textual sodomy.
Textual Sodomy says, what is Celestia's
Yes.
Yes.
Celestia's race? Did I miss that?
Yeah, let's tell us a little bit about Celestia, because obviously Kimbleton and Claret have been traveling with her for almost a week now. But the viewers,
I
and
can
I
tell
don't
you-
even know
What do we know about
really
you?
I
much
can
about
tell you, I
Celestia.
just put the minifigure together.
Yeah, you just put the
You go ahead.
Tell us a little bit about Celestia. Who do we see? Who is standing
well,
before
she
us?
is human,
Okay.
and she's always fighting for what's good. And she's a healer,
Oh.
and I'm not an alcoholic.
You're not an alcoholic?
No.
What does that have to do
Is that
with-
important
Are
to
you in
announce
denial?
that all the time?
She's like,
Also,
she's
guys,
in
I
denial.
feel like if you have to announce that right off the bat,
Have
then
you?
chances are.
No,
Have you guys
I
seen-
like I was like at AA meeting, like, and I'm Celestia.
Have you seen Way of the Gun? Anyone who's seen Way of the Gun,
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro, he's in an interview, a job interview, he says, well, I've never killed a man.
Which means yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's a
Times.
brunette.
I'm a brunette.
She has a flail,
I'm a flail.
She
I mean, I
wears-
have a flail.
armor. I put all this together, yeah.
So,
Great, thanks.
and
That
Duchess
does.
of
No, I'm
Dinos.
just sorry. Go on.
Duchess of Dino says, of course, Lyra would finally get a horse, and it has irritable bowel syndrome.
She's not happy about finding. She's heard rumors that these travelers are a bunch of.
Oh yes, what
Different-
rumors
Ne'er
has
do
she
well
heard about the
cats.
party? That's got to be some good stuff.
She's not happy that she has to find the group and make sure they're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I bet she heard about one like super cool badass person
Oh,
who like
that
has these
one?
knives. Like there's one that's
Yeah,
like
she's-
really cool, but the rest are just clowns.
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
She's talking about Krag, right?
No, she just wants to do what's good and protect, and like she understands she has to make sure they're alive and protect them. But
Yeah.
I feel like she's also like, it's these idiots again.
Sure.
I know how you feel.
That's how I feel every week.
It's all right.
Ah,
I don't get that.
Jay
And-
Womack saying, "Did y'all get the snacks I sent you?
Did
The
we?
chips and cake? Yeah,
Snacks?
we ate
Yeah,
those last
yeah,
week.
the chicken.
We were
There's
eating them
some
on
right over
air
there
last
for
week,
ya.
James.
He was on a cruise
Wow.
in Hawaii.
So he would not have seen that. Yes, indeed. So we did get those snacks. Thank you very much.
Thank
We
you.
enjoyed them quite a bit,
Oh,
Jay.
Thank you, Jared. I'm
And
sorry.
Duchess of Dino says, apparently Adler the Witch has the same accent as Quigley.
Well, Adler's
haven't
not here
met
yet,
Adler
so we
the
don't
Witch.
know.
Adler the Witch? Who's that? We
Wait,
haven't
what's your
met
name?
that person yet.
Adler?
And Whopper Styler has
Adler?
followed. Thank you for following. Jay Womack has resubscribed for Tier
Wait.
1 for 3 months.
Adler? Are you a female?
Just thank you. If you are a new viewer, make sure to hit that share button so that you can be entered to win prizes. All you got to do is click share to Twitter, and you are entered to win.
That's it.
Everything's
It's so
already done
simple.
for you.
Easy breezy.
Ask someone what sex
Easy
they are.
breezy, lemon squeezy.
There's no more gender.
No more. It no longer
Cool.
exists.
Ended.
Not a discussion
Yeah,
that
we're
I care
ending.
about. I do care about what you guys are doing
Wow.
right now in the game.
I'm gonna defer to the ranger because he would know more about tracking and finding
Yeah.
out
Do I
what's
see
going on.
footprints in the mud?
Make
dirt,
a survival check.
anywhere? Oh, it's good. Woo, 17.
17.
Okay,
You do
I'm ready to step
find
away from this horse.
you could sort of track where the horse had been. There are some pretty definitive prints, and there's actually even like some blood that you could follow. At least find out where the horse has been.
Follow the
Other
trail.
than that,
Could
there's
follow
not
the
much
smell
else.
as well.
Could follow the smell, yes. It just leaves a trail of smell, and
Just
then it
follow
just
your
lingers.
nose.
The little poop droppings
Yeah.
look like little chocolate chips.
He lifts into the air and follows the stink waft through the...
did I notice the footprints of anyone else besides the
You
horses?
have not with the 17 is not going to do it for you. Sorry.
I'm not gonna do that, huh?
Can I make a perception check around the area
You can.
where the horse is?
Make
Yeah,
a
I'll do one as
perception
well.
check. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sniffing for blood and everything.
23 for me.
23.
Whoa, that's a leaner. Oh, whoa, hello, that came out. 9 plus 7. Not enough.
16.
Not enough.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, with a 23, you can see that you know that you're looking around just at the area that if you were to go further west, it looks like there are some rocks where they're sort of like some rock formations that are sort of a continuation of the ridge that makes up the mine structure.
Okay.
That's the only other, like, other than that, there's really not any other features of the land that you notice.
Do the tracks he sees lead to those rock formations, or are they in like?
Yeah, well, yeah. Once he points out, if he points out the tracks, yeah, you can see
Okay.
that they would go over in that direction. Yeah.
I'm pointing.
I say we go check out the rock formations.
Okay.
Rock
Then.
formation.
Yeah.
Sure, yes.
So you make your way over
I
there.
like rocks.
Huh?
I like rocks.
Yeah, rocks are great. Right.
You are
In
a
fact,
dwarf.
yeah, rocks are your thing.
That's
That's
right, I
dwarves
love rocks.
love rocks.
Do I see
Uh,
any cool rocks on our walk
There's
over
lots
there?
of cool rocks. Yeah, looks like some good skipping stones.
Ooh, I'd pick
Yeah,
them
you
up.
Pick them up. Save those for later. And you eventually come to the rocks, and you can see that there is actually a series of caves that are in the, like, there's a whole bunch. Some of them are very, very shallow. Like, you can actually just, like, looking at them, you can see the entirety of them. Some of them look like they actually are very narrow fissures that go back who knows how far, but there's, like, a whole bunch of them. All kinds of ways, almost like all kinds of ways you could get lost in there. But if you wanted to make another check,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 22.
Okay. You see a...
Oh no, follow or... Oh, I haven't identified tracks yet. So
You see a relatively larger cave. It doesn't look like there's much to it, but it does look like there was like you find because you back the horse cave was in here, and you also notice that there are lots of other tracks that are coming in and out of this cave. Most of them, you also notice that there are some very distinctive drag marks. Like this cave is almost definitely used by a predator of some sort, and they like that's the sense that you get, like kills being dragged, and you actually even find some scattered bones, but not very many, just a few. And we're going to turn our attention away from you for just a moment.
Oh.
Talk about Krag.
What?
Krag.
Krag, your eyes come open and you are alone, and you are hanging by your feet from the ceiling of a small dark cave.
Do I see my hammer?
You do not.
I use the force to.
Around you are bones completely stripped of flesh, some distinctly animal, some definitely humanoid. A pile of discarded, blood-stained clothing catches your eye against one of the walls. Your thoughts are very hazy and unfocused, like you're looking at them through a thick morning fog. But as you awaken, it begins to fade. You remember coming up out of the mines with your companions. They were concerned about their health and their prospects moving forward, so they decided to come up out of the mines to regain their strength and then try again the next day. You remember setting up camp, and you remember keeping watch over your companions. And then you remember a smell, like a waft of rotting meat, and a sound from the shadows. And just before you could shout for your friends, you remember feeling a sharp, stabbing pain in your shoulder before your body became heavy and sluggish. After that, everything is very hazy. You have visions of a tall creature with long, dangly limbs, covered in mottled, rotting flesh that is dragging you across the ground by your feet. You remember it placing a cold, clawed hand against your face, and you remember the crawling sensation of your flesh being worked and molded like clay. You remember then staring into your own face. You want to call out for your companions, but you find that you have no mouth. Just an expanse of smooth, unbroken flesh between your chin and your nose. What do you do?
Are my hands bound?
No, your hands are dangling free. You can feel you're being suspended by like a rope from the ceiling. So you're just hanging there.
I have nothing on
Your
me.
hair is
Do I have
barely
do I have
brushing.
anything on me?
No, you've been stripped of your weapons and equipment.
Naked.
I'm naked
You're
again.
not completely naked.
I'm naked again, Jim.
If he has his loincloth,
Every
it has flopped
time.
down.
That's on you. That image is on you. I am not establishing that
I
in the
don't
world.
have a sound set for completely exposed.
Dun-dun-dun.
Where's
You can see that
the
it is
gasp?
very dark in the cave, and it looks like like all around, you're looking like there doesn't appear to be an obvious entrance or exit. It's very, very dark in here. Only a tiny little bit of light is coming in from a crack in the ceiling, allowing just a little bit of sunlight in, so you can sort of make out the features of the room. You can see that there's that pile of clothes that is over at one end of the room. The floor is littered with bones, and you can see that there's actually like a table and a chair set up. It's not next to the pile of clothes. It's sort of near it, but it's sort of separated from that.
Am I able to? Would I be able to kind of work my way up, like kind of try to bend upwards
Forward,
and try to grab my legs or try to
Yeah,
get at the
absolutely,
rope that's
absolutely.
on?
First,
do an escape
so
artist?
two things. First, make a perception check.
Just sees his
Face.
Yeah, I'm not perceiving anything.
Okay,
there.
yeah. So you're pretty disoriented right now. All you can think about is you got to get this rope off your leg. So go ahead and make me call it acrobatics, I guess.
Acrobatics.
See how well you do. Yeah.
Is that a
The leaner.
What is with, you know,
You got
I've got all these
Lego
Lego.
weapons
I've got all these.
underneath your-
I have all my Brick Warriors bits here, and it's putting my tray off. Oh, that's pretty good. Just straight up acrobatics.
Yes.
Trill Search dropped 1,000 bits.
Woo! Thanks,
Just
Trill.
because?
Yeah, also-
Ooh, and Luna Steel Song has used 225 bits.
Nice. Who's the bit boss battle right now?
We still hold it with our default. But
Oh, okay.
We have 590 points left.
Ooh, you guys are whittling it down.
Leave that.
So
Just remember,
I-
whoever actually lands the killing blow becomes
Becomes-
the bit boss for
Jim.
until that bit boss gets overthrown.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you managed to basically you now have you're like kind of it's
myself
hard.
up
Like
and-
you're like your abdominal muscles are really straining here. But you know, just haul yourself up, and you're like basically like climbing up your own legs, and you get to where you can grab onto the knot that's holding your feet together
I have to
above
work it.
you.
Do I have to work this knot
Yeah.
out?
rip it out. Rip that.
Yeah.
So what am I? Am I doing an escape artist?
Yeah, go ahead and do that for me.
19 on the die plus nothing.
Plus nothing, 19 on the
Wow,
die.
that's awesome.
It's a good. You feel like you're making good progress. You feel like if you keep working at it, that you'll get there, but it's not quite enough to get you free just yet.
That's a good knot.
You guys over are you've come to this cave. It looks like there is. It's relatively shallow, large enough for maybe. It's tough to say because it's not quite large enough for like a bear, you would say, Kimbleton. Maybe some wolves. I don't know. It's really odd, and it's also odd that you don't see more evidence of this cave being inhabited. But as a dwarf, I am obligated by law to make a roll
Right.
because dwarves have an ability known as stone cunning,
Yes, we do.
which forces me, as the GM, to make a roll if you are near unusual stonework. And you do discover that the back of this cave strikes you as very odd. In fact, some of the drag marks look like they would continue past the threshold here, and that this must not be the true end to this cave. Just a solid wall. Something is off here. You can't quite tell what. What do you do?
We'll just start touching.
Start feeling around?
Yeah,
Start
feeling.
Start touching it.
Let's just
Beach
start
it.
He just
touching.
starts. You guys. He
Just
comes
touch
up to this
it.
cave. He's like, I love rocks, and he goes to the back of this cave and just like, oh man,
I just,
oh these rocks are
I'm
so
just gonna stand
good.
back and just kind of like.
You're Indiana
Tix.
Jones when he had that statue and he pushed on the.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Textual Sodomy says, Dirty 20, rum, fireball, vanilla bean paste, and whipped cream vodka, and a splash of maple syrup.
That sounds about right for us.
I'm in for life. Hashtag Krag Force Hammer. Make it real with the returning enhancement. Then he won't throw the torches.
Just hand it to me. I can throw it for you. It'll come back.
Yeah.
You got it.
I can't really read
Hey.
that top one.
Dwinthor?
Oh, you punk, Jared! I was about to start yelling at Jim for killing Alex.
yeah, guys. I should have led with that. That's what I should have led with that. That would have been much
After
better.
killing everyone.
Ah, we killed everybody last week, so we've got a whole new party.
And Jared says, #dwarves for life, go Kimbleton. That's right.
Dwarf solidarity.
about
It
it.
doesn't take
Okay,
you
dwarves.
but a minute of very sensually rubbing up against the
Okay,
rocks
okay.
to find a very cleverly hidden latch. Claret is very
Not
disturbed by this
having it.
entire show, but when you reach into a hole that very cleverly disguised and find a button that you push, and part of the rock begins to slide.
Okay, I think I'm.
Suddenly, it seems that perhaps this was all for a purpose, and not just for some weird
I'm
Kimbleton.
pretty sure 50% of it was just him.
Most
feeling
of
up
it
the
was not for a reason other than he really likes rocks. But there was ultimately a goal here.
Fascination.
And there is now sort of a winding, it's pretty wide, but winding tunnel in front of you. What do you do?
This is where the drag marks stop. They continue down through. You two ready?
Do we have a form of light? Do any of us have light? Because I don't have anything.
I can cast dancing lights if we need it.
It's gonna give away your
But
position.
yeah, I
Only
would rather.
if we need it.
But we don't know what's back there.
That's
I don't
true.
want to draw
That's
attention.
true.
The
And you
ho-
aren't
the
as
horse
concerned
comes
because
up
you
behind
can
them.
see pretty well in
Yeah,
low
I'm
light.
fine.
Yummy.
They don't notice that the horse has been following them in the entire time.
She
So the,
just
the
lets
horse
out a
just got a
fart.
stink attack.
No, but do any of us have any sort of light?
It's not completely dark. It would
I
be
have-
dim
I
light,
have dark
which isn't a
vision,
problem
so
for
it's okay.
either of them. You would have a slight disadvantage, but
Yeah.
it's not like total darkness.
All right.
Hope Tracy, well, no Marcus, so I'm only watching 50% of the show.
Aw,
She's Team Marcus.
that's
Yeah,
okay.
But why?
Awesome.
Horse don't need light, and I like the stone. I put my hands up to the side and I just start walking forward.
Okay,
You
this
just start.
Is this a new
What is
thing
it, this
that?
rock erotica? Erotica.
Erotica.
I know my stones. It's okay.
He's got big stones.
Krag,
right.
let's go back to you for a moment. You want to make another escape artist check? Try to see if you can continue the progress that you had made.
Eric.
Oh, it's me.
Yep. You are Krag.
Sorry, I'm setting my dice up. No.
No?
That's 8.
Kimbleton, you are feeling your way along. When you feel a tugging down at your ankle, and you look just in as you hear this like snapping twang as wire that you have brushed up against just snaps, and you hear and coming down the tunnel, three bolts come down, and they're coming right at you, but you just sort of duck aside. Only one of them strike you in the shoulder. You take 1 point of damage. A grazing hit. You take 1 point of damage. However, just behind you was
Probably
Claret.
me. I'm
Claret
guessing
sees this
reflex
happen.
save?
2 of these bolts continue on, and one of them is going to hit Claret. One of them is going to miss. Claret, you take 1 point. A grazing hit. You guys are like dodging one after the other. And last in line, this bolt continues past as Claret ducks out of the way. And Celestia.
I've got armor. It's gonna go.
I know you have armor, and we'll see if it goes ping or not. It does. It goes ping right off the armor.
Now, what saves do they have to roll?
They don't have to make any saves right now.
What?
They're fine.
No poison on the...
See, that's why you let the dwarf go in front so they can take all the arrows.
I think you're letting the joiners up of the party off easy, all right? Because there would be poison.
There would be
There would
saves.
be.
So many saves.
I demand poison.
Oh man.
You wait just a moment, and it looks like that's the entirety of the danger. What do you do?
I'm gonna be more cautious walking down.
All right, I'll start.
I'm gonna be like also looking around my feet.
You want to
as
make
well.
a perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
If
like to make
Alex
perception as
definitely.
well.
tech
If
check.
Alex were here, she would have just
Yeah.
cleared this already.
17
And
for
I
me.
would stealth my way in.
Yeah.
17 for myself
Right.
as well.
You don't find anything else. What you do find, set up ahead, there's like a Y, and you see that at the crotch of this Y is a
The crotch.
That works great.
It's a
Michael
word, okay?
Arvander,
No,
apparently
I know.
Kimbleton found G geologically correct spot.
The G.
Oh my god.
You see a sort of like tripod set up, and there are 3 empty crossbows, like sort of like set up on it. And you realize that these were triggered by the wire that you snapped before. They look to be. I mean, they're just light crossbows. You could take them if you want, but there are no bolts with them. They just had the 1 bolt each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either you want a crossbow,
I'm happy with my bow.
I'll have one.
you can have one. I'm gonna take 2.
All right. So you got 2 light crossbows without any ammunition. And
I'm not offering any of mine as well.
He takes them, he puts them on his blink back belt, he throws them,
he throws the crossbow. Yep.
Well, then
all I
I
need.
say, Kimbleton, just take this crossbow. What am I going to do with it?
I don't have
No.
a third hand to shoot 3 of them.
I don't think you'll be shooting anything.
No, you don't know
There's
that.
no ammunition. Do you
Oh,
see
you
that?
don't know that.
This
Maybe I'll
smart-mouth-
shoot some
Whoa.
rocks with
It took a
it.
different turn.
Fine, fine.
Kevin Alexander says, I demand my party gets hurt!
What?
You can go to the left or to the right. Where do you go?
Can we make a perception or a
Yes, absolutely.
survival?
Make a perception check.
I want to look.
Or survival, since,
Yep.
yeah, that's your...
18 perception.
29 for
Oh,
survival.
yeah, immediately you're
Whoa.
like, let's go left. Like, that's your...
We're going left.
All right.
Right.
No, not right. That's the wrong direction. We're going left.
Oh, sorry.
You soon come to a sort of dark chamber where you see hanging from the ceiling a figure that you recognize, sort of. Almost having undone the bindings at his ankles is a tall, loincloth-clad barbarian.
Wait, is he naked?
You can see everything, flapping and flopping.
No.
Is that a bolt? No, that's not a bolt.
Do you have
That is not ammunition.
It is. You see everything!
Do you have like the gagging sound?
No.
The
And then
only
he does
thing
this.
that looks odd to you immediately is that he has no mouth.
No
he is
mouth.
struggling to get himself freed from these bonds that hold him.
Can I even
hung
go?
upside down. You actually, yeah, like you have, like you can feel your teeth. It's like there's like almost like a barrier of flesh, and you still have like your teeth and your tongue, and you can make sounds, and you see your companion, like you see Kimbleton and Claret, and somebody you don't recognize.
He's doing the Thor Ragnarok
Yeah,
where
he's
he
just
spins
spins around.
Can't see him
Yeah.
half the time.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh.
It's
Well,
not,
it's within
it's
the
in
first
the
5
trailers.
minutes.
So
I haven't seen a
relax.
trailer.
Relax.
What's a Thor?
It looks like he's being held up by simple rope, but
Is
he's
it
obviously having trouble
just
getting out of
tied
it.
to the top, or is it
Yeah.
like and then down? Anywhere
Yeah, it
else?
looks like there's actually it's like tied up, and then there is almost like a pulley system that has been rigged up.
Does anybody have
Oh.
the spell make mouth?
Nope.
I don't.
I
I'm
don't
only
Can you
recommending.
can you help catch his weight if we can lower him?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's naked.
Pulley system.
Yeah.
Can I find it and
Yeah,
figure
you
it
can
out?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Lower him.
simple. Yeah, you can definitely get Krag
Take
down
my hands up.
without too much
I brace
trouble.
my legs.
Yeah.
And he crushes you.
Wait, I'm 6 feet tall.
That's just a natural thing
What
that comes
do
out.
you want
okay.
for that? I don't know what you want.
You could just walk over and
Excuse me,
grab
everyone.
me.
So Celestia in the middle of us. Like, excuse me, everyone. I do want to point out, I am quite tall. I am much taller than I would be if I were playing a different
I'm
person.
sorry.
Are
Okay.
you wearing
okay.
flats?
Nah, she's in some pumps, so she's like 6'4" right now.
No, she wears the pumps to make her 6 feet.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, she's not
all
quite
right,
there,
I'm
but-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, so
Just
much.
teasing.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's all good.
All right. So.
So yeah, you do manage to get Krag down, and you guys are all standing there. You don't see any of his other companions. It looks like this is the end. Like this was where this creature made it. You see far more of what you expected to see towards the front. Lots of bones stripped of flesh.
Frantically looking
clearly.
for my things.
Yeah,
Does
you
he-
find.
Frantically.
So make a perception check for me.
Does he look like he's been wounded?
He does. He has
So
like
can I do
some
a heal
long
check?
gashes across his chest. Yeah.
14.
14. You are like sifting through everything on the table. There is a knife. There's a dagger on the table.
Is it? Is it my dagger?
No, it does not appear to be yours.
Is it my dagger? I
Take
mean,
it.
Alex.
Okay, so you have a dagger in your possession.
But I don't have anywhere to put it.
That's weird, huh?
Do I have my?
You find like
Do I have my
amongst
loincloth
the clothing. Yeah, you have your loincloth on. Amongst the clothing and stuff, you find like a belt
sit down.
there. It looks like a scabbard. You have some boots, but there does not appear to be anything else. Like none
And
of
a
your
dagger.
stuff is here.
and a
Your
dagger.
stuff
Is
has
there
been
a
taken.
bone large enough to be a club, an improvised weapon?
Make me a survival check.
Ooh.
Jobu needs a refill says, it's on Netflix, Krag. Talking about Thor.
Oh,
Jobu.
Thor. Yeah,
You know what?
it is.
Your children would
I
love
ain't
it.
got no time. My kids aren't gonna watch that. So,
so much
what can I do with a 28?
With a 28, yeah, you could definitely like you find a big like this is like caveman. You find a big femur, and you're like, "Ugh," you can smash somebody with this. Yeah.
Can I do a quick perception on the rest of the chamber to see if there are any other entrances or exits, or
Yes.
maybe anything posing danger? Wow. Okay, I'm trying to protect you and then get your mouth back.
I do have a
Calm
question.
down.
Yeah?
If he can't speak, can he rage?
Oh yeah, he can get angry.
No, I mean,
No, watch him rage without his mouth. Go for it.
That perception's a 31.
Yeah, this is the end of this complex. There's
Okay, and
nothing
nothing
else further.
posing danger for now?
The only other thing that you find that might be useful is you find that there is a buckler amongst the discarded clothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, Jim, I rolled.
Anybody? Okay.
Go ahead. I rolled a 20. Sorry, not rolled, but 21 for heal
Buckler.
check.
For a heal check. Okay, so yeah, you can tell that like the wounds themselves, you patch them up. It looks like he's gonna be okay. He doesn't appear to be affected by any type of like toxin or disease. The wounds aren't infected.
Okay.
He's definitely a hardy fellow. You can also tell that obviously he's supposed to have a mouth. Like something has like molded his flesh, and you think that if he would allow you, you could give him a mouth again with that knife he's got.
Oh
You could
my.
cut away the flesh that has sort of blocked his mouth, but it would be tricky.
Do I have charisma? What do I have?
I'm going to stand by the entrance to
Okay.
our little cave area with my axes drawn, just in case.
Okay.
Duchess of Dinos says, just bumped up my tier on Patreon.
Oh yeah, nice.
So much dirty
I
killing.
don't have charisma or intimidation. So, I was thinking, with the dagger you just found, and you do want to talk again, right? Mm-hmm. Perhaps I can give you...
let's put a smile.
Bottle cap!
Oh my god.
And Ben's character just appears out of nowhere.
Listen, I can heal you afterwards if you're in pain, but I feel like if we slice it open, you can speak again.
Why are you looking at me?
I know it sounds extreme, but does it look like there's like skin growed or like it's just
It's just smooth.
it's just smooth?
It looks very smooth to you. Like with your heel check, you can see like it's not perfectly smooth. It almost looks like you can actually almost see in prints where like it looks like it was molded, like bad, like
There's no
like roughly
lips?
molded
Oh, like
clay.
clay mold.
Where are my lips?
Big Red 87 says, WTF is going on? Where?
Oh, looks like the bit we're starting. Mama Jim Jam with 55, Luna Steele's Song with 300, Michael R. Vander with 100. Then the Wild Ferret comes in for 1,001, and then
beat
Big
Troll.
Red 87 goes 1,002.
There's
Thanks,
a price
guys.
to
Dude,
buy.
that's how the bit wars start.
Price
Escalation
is right.
Bit escalation.
So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you unless you want to be silent for the rest.
Oh, You gave her a fist
You know what, Krag? That hurts. Afterwards, rub some dirt in it. You'll be fine.
No, I can just heal him if.
That's how we survive out in the wild.
Just do it.
All right.
All right. So you have to make a heal check. Regardless of whether you succeed or fail,
Oh, boy.
Krag takes 1d4 damage.
Okay. So, but I'm still rolling for a heal check.
And you roll a heal check, yes.
16 plus 9.
25.
Oh, yeah. So you can tell Krag immediately that though you're not super excited about this woman cutting into your face, you've never seen her before in your life, she does seem to have genuinely be interested in helping you, and she very, very carefully begins to carve away at the flesh that is like blocked to your mouth.
so
It
sorry.
hurts. You take 1d4 points of damage.
While she's going at his mouth, I'm gonna be like, by the
That's
way,
a D6.
good to see ya. That's
Just kidding.
Celestia. She's from the church.
Yes.
Huh?
Naughty Prof says, wow, been a few weeks since I checked in, checked in on our, further since I checked our,
Our
Long time
intrepid
since
adventurer.
Ben has read
words.
Sorry, that happens
The
to
new
me a
layout
lot.
is looking good.
That happens to me a lot.
And Kelmera says, I arrived at the best time. Kimbleton getting to know the rock face. It's Lucas Martinez. After rubbing up against the rock for a few minutes, he finds the hole.
hole.
That's sad for several reasons. And Cerebro9959 says, I sure hope Kimbleton's rock escapade was consensual.
Hey, Kimbleton loves the rocks, and the rocks love Kimbleton.
Right.
I think we're more worried that it was PDA and very
Right.
odd PDA.
So,
Yeah, I gave him. I rolled 4 for damage. I'm
oh,
sorry.
so it's maximum damage. So she works quickly to try to get it over with. It hurts a lot. You take 4 points of damage,
So sorry.
but your mouth is free. You can now speak. There's
Hi.
blood like all over your face. It is a horror show.
So I start
Pieces
to
of
clean
skin
him up.
flapping into his
I clean you up. I start.
Who the hell are you?
I just said that's Celestia and she's from the church. Were you not listening?
I'm from Arendelle.
Someone's cutting my mouth open.
Yeah, you couldn't talk, so I figured that's the best time to tell you.
We can be friends now.
Do I have lips?
I promise never to cut your face again.
Do I have lips?
I
Yes,
will promise
yes. So
that
basically,
Your lips are
like
back?
it was almost like you had like extra like flap of flesh, and like your features still existed, but when she cut away the extra flesh, you still had like your features. You're not permanently deformed and scarred or anything like that.
Guys, we gotta find my stuff and get out of here before whatever the hell.
Like your lips?
By the way, where is everybody else?
I thought I have lips. Do I have lips?
Oh, it was dark. I couldn't
He
tell
has
first. You're fine. You're
You
fine.
can see in the dark.
I was looking over my shoulder.
We learned
Where
a little
is
bit
everybody?
about Krag's vanity today.
I don't know.
What's
But
your
we
name?
have to get out of here before whatever the hell dragged me in here comes back.
What?
Gotta
What dragged you in here?
I don't know.
So, what do you like? What?
Did you fall asleep and someone steal you away?
We came.
Martinez says, also, Krag, you're naked!
No, I'm.
He's got
Okay.
on the loincloth now.
I have
just
a loincloth,
joking, I'm
a
just
belt
joking.
with a little scabbard, with a dagger,
A
with
little
boots.
scabbard.
I have. You guys are the worst. Where's Marcus? I need someone better.
Okay, so
I
what,
was.
what do you remember?
We came up out of the mine because we wanted to rest, and then something grabbed me.
Who grabbed you?
I don't know. Something big. It got me from behind.
When was the last time you said? How long have you been hanging there by yourself?
I don't know.
So you have no idea how long you've been hanging here.
No. Maybe a few hours, maybe a day, maybe a
alright.
week.
So what things are you missing?
All my things.
I don't know you. What things are you missing?
Well, he doesn't have the big wacky thing. The
I don't have my
hammer.
hammer. I don't have my
Big
belt.
wacky thing.
That's what we
I
call
swear
a
to God,
hammer
Jim. I
in
swear to
our
God, Jim.
household.
No. So
Hey, I need to put the nail in the wall. Can you get the big wacky thing?
Jim was really mean to you guys last week,
No.
and you guys were here, and I was gone, and now Jim hung me upside down and took all my stuff. So
I don't know
You
who's
did
Jim
seem to be the one
disintegrated.
who got punished for all of this.
My rapier got disintegrated. Alex.
basically, what's missing
Yes.
is everything.
I'm so sorry. Well, let's look for your stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
as again, what the absolute last thing you remember before you passed out was you were looking at yourself,
Oh, that's right.
and that
some
thing
creatures took
has
me.
all of your stuff.
So the same creature that grabbed me turned into me?
That's what it seems. I mean, yeah.
Basically, this thing that took me somehow turned into me. Somehow created an image of me and is me now.
So
Can I roll some kind
so
of knowledge to
fake
maybe
you.
figure
Yeah,
out
yeah. It'll
what-
be a tougher DC just based on a description. Do you have knowledge religion?
I do. Religion?
Yep, religion is the one we want.
Yes.
And you can actually make a check regardless, 'cause
Yeah.
as a, yeah.
Oh, that's you?
12 plus 8.
Natty 20, 23.
Thank you.
Whoa, natty 20.
Ben's character is a centaur.
Uh,
No, I know what you are.
based on just the description that he has given you, it's really tough to get sort of an exact picture of what's happening. But you do know that there are creatures capable of assuming the forms of their victims. There are a variety of things it could be. There are doppelgangers, which
Yeah.
are very insidious because not only can they take the shape of anybody that they catch, but they actually can read their thoughts, and like it's very difficult to root them out because they know what their victims know. There are certain undead creatures capable of molding their flesh, and that seems to you to sort of trigger something. You don't remember too much beyond that, but when
Okay.
you are thinking about Krag in the state you found him, and you're thinking about like that might be more along the lines of something that you're facing, is not necessarily a doppelganger, but some undead creature, and
An
that's
undead creature?
that's as much as you can kind of piece together
Okay.
without having actually seen it.
I'll tell.
Kimbleton,
Yeah.
how the hell did you get away from the shadows? From the shadow creature, from the clown car shadow monsters?
My amazing ranger skills. But I came looking for all of you because what you're going to is actually a trap.
It figures, it's always an ambush.
It's always a hack in the
No,
basement.
wait a minute. But you're here, so I'm guessing the fake you's probably with the rest of everyone else then.
So we need to find everybody else.
Ah, crap.
You said-
They're probably back in the mine. They probably went back to the mine.
Do you remember where the entrance was that you all went into?
Yeah, I could take them. I could take him back to the mine.
Yeah, yeah.
no?
yeah.
So this bit was it's on a slow burn, but Big Red is used 5 bits, and then Trill Surge was like 6 bits.
And the
But their
wild ferret.
totals.
The wild ferret gifted a tier 1 sub.
Nice.
Oh my God, Sarah Girl 9959 says, "OMG, Krag just got a facial circumcision. Yuck."
And Duchess of Dino says, "Are Diana and Ben using different dice for these characters?" I am, and
too.
Which ones are you using?
I'm using my Vincenzo ones that we do a campaign and I play a magus, but I'm using the ones from that because I feel like they're more mystical.
Well, it's a campaign. What are you
I'm
talking
using
about?
my rainbow
Sorry.
dice.
Who are you talking
And,
to right
Oh,
now?
the free ones.
Talking to the
Yes,
wall.
but I may have to get some new ones based on this character if it goes well.
And Jay
Too
will
well.
say the words. They're hard. That was
Ben.
when
For
Ben
Ben,
couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Ben was having a
Oh,
problem.
Trill Surge does 2 bits.
Well, he's up
Nice.
now on everyone. He's probably what, at 1,008,
Fine.
1,008 or
Mine are
1,009?
turquoise
Like
and
that.
purple.
All right,
Turquoise
we
and
need
purple dice.
to find the rest of the group. You can lead us back to the entrance of the mine?
I mean, there's only one entrance to the mine.
To the mine.
Let's
to the
go.
mine.
To the mine.
I'm gonna keep
to
my
the
axes
mine.
ready though when we're
Um,
leaving this
Yeah.
cave.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my bow out.
Dig, 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 dig.
You know, guys, another
We've
words
lost
that
them.
song? So there's
It's
no.
Snow White. It's Snow White now. I know. Sorry.
And we, on their way back out, there's nothing.
There's the
All my
pretty.
stuff
There's
is
the
up.
pony.
Basically, I'm assuming that whatever SOB did this to me has all my things.
All of your things.
Has all of my
The
things.
entirety of your inventory is in the hands of another creature.
my friends and party members don't know the difference.
They don't know the difference.
Don't know the
Well,
difference.
you don't know that.
That's gonna be the like Krag's gonna have some.
I'm gonna lay
he's
the
gonna be
smackdown
hard.
on
He's
people.
gonna be very upset.
I'm already very upset.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Alright.
You make your way back towards the abandoned town of Solastrad. You find the mine entrance relatively easily. Krag leads you through a series of caves. You
Grab the horse too. When we were walking by.
yeah.
bringing
Where
horsey
do
with
you want the horse to be?
Hmm?
Where do you want the horse to go?
In the back. In the back of the group.
Okay.
I'll be behind all of you. So I'll.
You're gonna be behind the
We're
horse.
bringing the horse down in the mine.
No, I'm just.
That's
No, just back to the town. So
Oh,
it's
the
just not
town?
like yeah.
I mean,
I don't
the
know if you
town's
want to
empty.
leave the horse here. This is where the horse was taken in the first. I don't know. I don't care. You know what? We don't need horses.
Why
Leave it here.
don't we just
That's fine.
look towards the horizon, smack it on the ass, and it just goes and gallops off.
I like her.
Horses are an inconvenience. Get rid of them.
I look towards the horizon. I point to the direction.
Wait. Is anything in the satchel that we need to get?
I don't know. I didn't
Rations and rope and...
Wait, you realize it was Lyra?
good as that.
Grab the rope. She's gonna want that.
Yeah, I'll take Lyra's rope. And I'll also grab the note.
Okay.
There's a new crush
Hey,
forming
look.
here. There's going to be a love triangle versus Lady Lyra and the lady that slapped her horse's ass.
Well, I'm just saying, the horse is going to have a better chance over there than over here and get eaten by something else.
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to
True.
think.
That's fine. I was just moving it to a more safer place.
This is good. It was much simpler before horses, Jim.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just want to say
And
that.
children.
Well, the kid's gone. The kid's. Hey, what happened to that kid? What happened to all the people that went into the shadow room?
I believe it or not, I don't know. I don't know what happened to everyone else. I was able to escape myself, but I didn't see anyone else.
How did you escape?
You have to fight that whippy guy.
Oh,
The leader whippy guy.
I actually was able to get around from him. I got a few lashes from him, but I was just able to sneak out.
Huh. I wonder if that kid's okay. That nondescript
The
words.
child of
The
indeterminate age.
3-month-old or 5-year-old.
Oh no, wait! I did see the thing, and it was fine. It was totally fine.
Oh, the kid was fine.
Yeah, it looked good.
Cool. It
Just
looked like
Just do-
like a shade.
Yeah, he was doing some push-ups and.
Going up fast.
Stuck in the
Working out.
pacifier.
Getting swole. Look at its gains.
All right, so can we just ditch this horse?
No, that's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Horse guy. Screw
Horse
that.
gone?
It's already
Get rid of the
gone.
horse.
And as it goes away, it goes like this.
And
Goodbye, horse.
it just crop dusted
They
us.
need a horse fart button, because horse farts are distinct. They're very different from human farts.
You want to get
you-
a hold of Ben Loomis
Yeah, I
and
gotta-
tell
I
him that
gotta
he
let
needs a
Ben know.
specific horse
You
fart?
need horse fart.
What does
You
a
need-
horse fart sound like? Is it like
It's powerful. No, well, some of them are like because you actually see a little
This
butthole.
is
Like,
definitely worth our time.
but
Yeah,
then,
I'm glad that this is where we are.
But then they're like, they're really strong and
so they're
forceful.
like mine?
But no, but loud. They're very loud.
Hey, once
Loud.
again, the rails, us.
All right,
All right,
sorry,
so I
sorry,
lead
sorry.
them to the
Down
entrance.
into the mines.
the
But
mines.
you find the first obstacle is that there is where the elevator platform that should take you down is currently down, and there doesn't appear to be a way that you can see to get it back up from where it is. The other
Yes.
option would be to climb down,
Can we
which
slide?
is you could slide. Yeah,
What's the grade?
it's pretty steep. Again, it'd be
What's the percent, Jim?
I'm not gonna.
I want
get
the
in-
percentage
just
of the
stop,
grade.
Stop. Stop.
Wow.
You could slide down
Is it
if you had a
9%?
meat.
Or you're
there's
saying more like-
stone.
How
Oh
long
my
is it?
God.
As far as I mean, you don't know, but I mean, you can't see the end.
Okay.
Do we?
You
You
could
have the rope.
theoretically make it. It would just
Nah, that's
require a
not
little
fun.
bit of effort.
Do we have some sort of like
Rope.
pieces of metal or something we
There's
can sit
actually
on and-
there's like this giant chain that acts on a loop that basically brings the cart up. Like you could use that almost as like handholds to sort of not really rappel yourself down, but you could use it almost like a
climb
rope
down.
that you could. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but did you just want to like
sled down.
sled down
Oh, yeah.
Willow style?
Yeah, have you ever seen Willow? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you got a shield, go for it by all
Oh,
means.
who has it? Hey, anyone have a shield?
You have the buckler.
I have
It's
the
enough
buckler.
for your
Buckler
butt.
is like
That's
real
tiny.
small.
Yeah.
That's like something you
I'll
strap
fit.
to your.
Just my butt.
Just your butt.
Buckle to your
You
butt.
are gonna get ripped
Going down
apart.
like that.
But I'll allow it.
Oh wait, I have a buckler too.
You could just strap a buckler to each foot and ski down.
I have masterwork buckler.
Oh, hers is
Can't you do a one buckler per butt cheek? Would that work?
This will not work whatsoever.
Quickly would do it.
I have a bigger shield.
It's true. But he
Okay,
has a bigger
but
shield.
There's
we can
nothing-
rappel down.
There's nothing around us.
Make a perception check.
I guess we'll do that.
I got 20, 25.
I mean, all this talk of shields, you do find a piece of scrap metal
How big?
that looks like you could sit on it and slide down if you really wanted to.
Oh, I do.
Wait,
Jim.
wait.
How many
Only-
of us
yeah,
can
there's-
fit on?
Two
Just
of
one.
you would be able to fit on it.
2?
Yeah.
Me and the little guy. Just like Willow.
Clarette's just like left in the dust.
Well, we do have a butlers. That's going to be butlers.
Me and my man Kimbleton.
The butlers.
The butler's just like one hip down.
So
You guys,
we're
you guys use
really
the chain.
tiny
Hey,
little-
you use the chain and try to climb yourself down. Me and Kimbleton are gonna go the fun way.
So am I going to be
me?
holding onto your back, or am I going to be sitting
No,
on your lap
he's-
like this?
I'm gonna be. You
He's
sit,
promming
you
you.
sit on my lap and I'll hold on.
I can use my axes to help steer us down.
Oh yeah, I like this. This is
I love
great.
it. I
This is great.
personally, I think best thing ever.
I
This
see
is
this
the
happening, and
best.
I'll use the chain and start repelling.
Okay.
Oh,
You start just
I'll do that.
I
making your way
go.
down.
I just
Yeah.
go.
Wait.
Okay.
Come on,
Alright.
let's go.
I'm going with Clarette.
Big Red
You're
87
going with
gifted
that,
a
okay.
tier 1 sub to I'm In for Life. They've given 19 gift subs.
Wow.
Already?
That's
Wow.
awesome.
What?
That's for in
Thank
total.
you.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know, but how long have we been on? That's crazy.
We've been on for
An hour?
a
5
year and a
months.
half.
No, 5 months now.
No,
this
that's
show.
19 subs now during this show. Yes.
Yes.
That's
No,
That's
overall.
during Dragons and Things, the channel.
Oh.
Oh.
He was a lot more
Still
impressed.
impressive, but I
Jay
thought.
Womack says, weave me a tapestry with your words, Jim
Yes,
Cham.
paint me it.
Many tapestries are being woven today. Okay, so you guys set this piece of like sheet metal up,
It's gonna be
and you guys are
ridiculous.
sitting on it. Kimbleton is on your lap. You
Yeah,
guys are
you
like
got
doing
this,
the
right?
scoot because you got to get yourself over
Yeah,
the
yeah,
edge.
yeah.
You're
It's
scooting.
like sledding.
Yeah,
Clarette
I got-
and Celestia
Yeah.
are like much more slowly, but much more safely making their way down using the rope as handholds. I'm gonna need from you guys
Uh-oh.
3 relatively easy climb checks.
I don't have climb.
Should have been on the sheet metal slide. Sounds like a problem.
Holy crap! I don't have climb.
11.
Oh Jesus. Oh
I'm
Lordy.
gonna, by the way, I'll lead down.
You better catch me. I rolled a
You're
1,
leading?
and I
Oh,
have
there's
a
a
1.
one rolled over here.
Nice. Nice,
did-
nice, nice. So
didn't
here's what
quite
happens. The
get
first
to
thing
you in time.
is you guys are making your way down, and
great.
they are
About to
scooching,
go.
scooching, and you look up and you see this thing tilt
Oh,
and start
no.
screaming down the rock face. Sparks flying everywhere, and they're coming towards
That's
you.
lovely.
And your first thought is, I'm dead. This is it. This is how I die.
Mm.
So you let go and roll to just get out of the way. This screeching sled like careening towards you.
And it is how she dies.
And you realize the sort of error of your panic as you start rolling and rolling down fast.
I start rolling down
Clarette,
fast?
I will give you an attempt to catch her
What would you like
as
me
she
to roll,
starts just
Jim?
careening down.
And my
roll
armor's
a, roll a
sparking
CMB check.
CMB?
CMB, like you're trying to catch her. And then you're gonna need to make a strength. If you do catch her, you also need to make a
see what
strength
roll
check
we
to hold yourself in place.
This is the worst.
Says, quickly,
That's a 19 for CMB.
Okay, so you grab her. Now make a check to make sure she doesn't just yank you down with her.
quickly, you dead man. And Jason
18.
Bowman says,
Nice. So yeah, you like dig in. You dig in. And okay, so
With the
Celestia, hold on. I know you have a very important thing to say, but I need to damage a little. I gotta do some damage.
okay.
Celestia, you are
Yes.
taking 7 points of damage from just like clank, clank, clank.
Okay.
But you get caught, and there is a yank and a tug, and Clara, you almost lose your grip, but you buckle
Flexes.
down, dig yourself in, and just sheer force of will and strength of body, just hold her.
Jason Bullman says, I'm not sure we've done too many rules for shield bobsled. Clearly an oversight.
Jason Bullman,
We're gonna
we're
get those-
developing those tonight because here comes the shield bobsled.
Pathfinder 2.0 playtest now has some new rules.
So write these down because they're
Shield
going to be
bobsled.
fantastic.
Oh, we
could
get a
have cool
plus
running.
4 for charging,
Okay,
right?
so I guess from you. Okay, you're steering with the axes. Okay, so give me a ride check, and it's going to be insanely difficult. But Kimbleton, you can aid him because you're trying to steer with the
Alright.
axes.
Michael Arvander says, but she's 6 feet tall.
her pumps fly off.
We've got a
Okay.
couple of new followers. Naylin, me or Nee, I can't read because I
Welcome,
have terrible
welcome.
eyesight, has followed. And
And
Wobbly Pup has followed. Thank
I
you so
like
much
that
for
name.
following.
Yes,
Make
thank
sure
you.
to press the share button and share it to Twitter, and you'll be entered to win prizes
Oh,
from
God.
Prizes.
Prizes!
This is the biggest ride check of my life.
This is
Fail,
very
fail,
important.
fail.
Kimbleton, what did you get on the aid?
With my ride as a 20.
A 20. So you give him a bonus,
+2.
plus 2 bonus.
So I have 12 plus 2, 14.
14. Okay, so it's not pretty. But you don't go falling off. You do hit some. You hit some serious bumps. And you actually careen back into the chain, and because you're actually way more than Kimbleton, and it's starting to shift the balance, and you guys start to shift, and you are careening sideways now, down, and just sparks everywhere. You are like almost completely blind. You can make an attempt to correct it,
Bye.
Kimbleton, with your axes if you would like.
Come on, come
This is why he doesn't like small people.
Oh my
on.
goodness.
I love small people.
gracious, this is
Jason
great.
Bullman says, I'm taking notes for second edition.
This is how we
Jay
go.
Wallach says, I'm crying here. It hurts to laugh this hard.
This is Pathfinder, guys. This is why we play this game.
So is that going to be another ride?
Yeah, go ahead and make another ride check to try to correct course. Otherwise, you'll have to make one
So
more ride
funny.
check, and it will be a
spin out of control.
ridiculous, insane DC.
All right.
What'd you get? Yes.
That's a total of a 4.
Total of a 4. So you try to correct, but you overcorrect, and now you guys are straight backwards, careening down. You can't see anything. So I'm gonna need one more ride check, and this one is going to be really hard.
From who?
Huh?
From who?
From you, you're like looking back. All you
Unless
can't
you
see anything. You're
rolled off.
trying as best you
Oh my
can
God,
to
oh
just
my
stay
God,
on.
oh my
Lead
God,
man
oh my
in the
God.
bobsled
Trying to
now,
keep
even though
this
you're
thing-
Ah!
Wow.
18 plus my 4.
Okay,
22.
so you guys shrieking, screaming
But we're
metal
still
on
good, we're
stone,
straight.
sparks everywhere,
Backwards.
straight backwards, and then you slam into the bottom. And both of you go tumbling across dirt and rocks.
How much damage?
You're each gonna take 7 points, Krag, and 9 points, Kimbleton, of damage as you just
Oh my God.
slam into the bottom. But you are now. Then there is just silence and motionlessness as you are like groaning. You try to pick yourself up off the
deal.
ground. You appear to be relatively in one piece, and you have, at the end of the day, accomplished your goal of getting to the bottom of the mine shaft.
Shoot.
Um,
I'm going to look down and go, as I'm dangling, I'm like, are you boys all right?
and they're so far down they wouldn't even be able to hear you. I
And
mean,
are we-
they're
Great, now
way
we're-
down there.
I feel like
They're
we
dead.
would, we
It's
would
just
laugh
up
it
to
off.
It's just
though.
you guys
Yeah,
now.
just up
It's up to you guys. I mean, the last
the
thing you
bottom
saw
line.
was the thing spin
and they were
backwards,
going backwards.
and you're like, "That's it." Well, that was
They did one,
that's
they
it.
went off in
And
the
we're laughing.
past.
We started laughing. And that was the best. That was.
Oh my God.
We got
now
down way
what?
faster.
Good job, my big friend.
We got down way faster than they did.
How are you doing up there, ladies?
What was
We
my?
can't hear you, I guess.
What was my?
We think you're dead right now.
What was my HP at?
You
to
were
start.
at full HP.
I was at full.
When
Remember, you got
awakened,
-4 because
Minus 4.
Archamarge has followed.
Yay.
So that's awesome. And Jason Bullman has followed as well. Thank you so much. And make sure to share this episode. Click the button to Twitter, and you can win prizes. Jason, you could win your own prizes.
You want your
No,
own
you
product
want your
shipped to you?
prizes,
Do you want it?
Do you want to win a goblin deck?
Do you want
No,
it?
no. We'll give it to somebody else. So,
It's Lucas Martinez says, "Wait, what if Lyra confesses her love for and kisses Fake Krag, and Fake Krag turns over a new leaf and becomes a good guy? What if Krag is
have two
actually
Krags!
replaced? Krag is replaced by his imposter, and you
Oh my
guys
God.
just have 2 Krags, I guess?
And then he goes
But there's
evil
only one
because he's so
hammer.
mad that nobody knew.
That's true, and he
They just
becomes the
switch.
bad Krag and kills everybody.
I for Life says that team
Except
equals
for me.
rails? Question mark. Who needs rails? We have a shield.
We definitely don't need rails. That is what has been
Well,
proven to us.
Well, just to be clear, it wasn't a shield. It was just a giant.
It was
piece
just
of
a
scrap
giant
metal.
scrap metal, yeah.
I'm so glad that worked.
Agnes 2 says Pathfinder,
That's-
the #1 bobsled role-playing game.
That's like the first time that I think our crazy stuff
work.
Right?
I mean, yeah, you
You
do
get
accomplish
injured by
your goal.
it, but it worked.
It worked.
You
did
got it.
it.
Could
That
have
was
been
awesome.
way worse.
And as this is
Something.
happening, the ladies just gently walk down and meet them, and it's no big
Well,
deal.
from the ladies, I do need one more climb check, as you guys were sort of stopped.
22.
22. All right, you're good.
There's 2 on the top.
2 on the die. So you right yourselves, and Celestia is like, I got it this time. I got it
She's
now.
so wobbly in her pumps.
Uh,
She's so
Um,
tall.
It's, she's just so tall, and she bangs her head on the top of the mines. The
Awkward.
slant is all weird.
She's awkward.
She knocks her head and goes tumbling down.
Uh-huh.
This is going to hurt a lot worse.
Yeah.
than-
I don't get to
than
catch it this
before.
time.
I mean, because she's now behind, because she was behind you,
Right.
and now she starts climbing down and just loses her grip.
But
Um,
she is 6 feet tall.
but she is 6 feet tall.
At this point, I think everyone's dead and it's up to me, right?
As far as you know, you are now
Everybody's
the last
screaming.
person standing.
You're just screaming.
So you guys are down at the bottom of the shaft, and you're laughing, you picking yourself up off the ground. It hurts, but it was awesome. And then, very, very faintly, you start to hear, doof, doof, doof. And you're looking up, and Kimbleton, you see it because you have dark vision, and Krag, you can't really see much of anything because
Oh
you're
my
down in the dark. But Kimbleton, you see tumbling end over end down this sharp slant is an armored figure that you recognize. And
Oh my god, that's a lot of dice!
So many dice.
Wow. Oh my god, oh my god.
all
It's a good
told,
thing you're a
by the
cleric.
time you tumble slamming into this metal box, it
She
looks
did.
like, down on this platform, it stops your fall. You are barely conscious. You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage as you have just been thumping end over end over end.
And all of her spell slots are instantly turned to cure light wounds.
Channel.
Sled.
Yep.
Claret, it is much slower, but you much more carefully and with much more grace than anybody, taking no damage, do eventually make your way down to the bottom.
Well, it's about damn time.
You
You're
see
alive.
that Celestia is like, you like rush over to her immediately because you saw what
Yeah.
happened to her. She's battered and bruised. It looks like, I mean, like there's blood coming out of
Can
her
I do a
nose.
heal check?
She's like, oh, it's bad.
15.
Yeah,
Put some dirt on it.
she's suffered
Yeah,
a lot
I-
of falling
I
damage.
spit in my hand, I take some dirt, and I start rubbing dirt on her.
Oh,
Is
no.
that helping?
No,
No, it hurts.
Here, I have a dagger. I'm gonna
No.
fix this right up.
No.
Don't worry, I'll heal you after.
No, don't touch me right now.
She didn't do it. Don't trust her. She said she would heal you after.
But
she
you
didn't.
are all now in the mines. You have succeeded in getting
We're
where
here,
you were
guys.
going.
Alright, but I'm gonna heal myself real quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I imagine.
Cure
So-
serious wounds on myself.
You're serious one.
She is
Probably
taking
really
some
good.
serious
So-
wounds. It's 3d8 plus 5 for, and you have the healing
Here,
domain, so
here's
plus
2.
6.
The
3d8
hearts
plus
are
6.
3d8 plus 6.
the hearts are 8s.
Do I see the
3d8,
gnome?
1, 2.
Do I see the gnome warhammer in the mechanism? Or anything?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it's there.
It's there in the mechanism, yeah.
5, 10, 14,
Can I take that and
plus-
wield that instead
You
of
can,
the...
you can.
8,
Yeah,
you said?
there's
Yeah.
you're not proficient in it, so there's a penalty, but it's a good weapon.
It's better than a
Yeah.
Gnome.
This is
bone.
3d8 plus caster level.
Plus caster level plus 1 because she has the healing domain.
Alright,
So,
so it's 14.
We got
plus
stats
21.
on that hammer.
yep. Gotta look it up real quick.
It's Lucas Martinez says, I'm so drawing the Butler bobsled.
Please do.
And Big Red has gifted a sub to it's Lucas Martinez. Big Red gifted a tier 1 sub to Artemage. Given 21 gift subs in the channel. The Wild Ferret has gifted a sub. Tier 1 to Mama Jim Jam for 2 months. They've given 3 gift subs. Trill Surge has given 2 bits. The
Wild Ferret
Go ahead.
gave 209 bits. Big Red 87, 187 bits. Mama Jim Jam, 50 bits.
Nice.
I should get on
Thanks,
here
Mom.
and throw some bits down.
Okay, so
Dropping bits.
I'm still feeling. I mean, I'm halfway, but most of you don't look so
The-
good still, right?
Blunt head of the hammer.
Fine.
The hammerhead deals 1d6 damage, and it has a crit of ×3. So on a 20, it does ×3 damage. The piercing end deals 1d4 points of damage, and it has a critical of ×4.
Sweet.
Normally, you could use it as a double weapon, so you could attack twice with it, but because you're not proficient in the weapon, you can't use its double feature.
Is that crit also on a 20?
Yeah, crit's only on a 20, but it's times
Alright.
4.
While they're worried about getting healed, can I do a perception check, see if there's any other living creatures? What
Yeah,
might be ahead of
absolutely.
us?
Go ahead,
Club
make
and
a- make a
a
check.
mini warhammer. I can't dual wield a bone
24?
club and a mini
You would take
warhammer.
massive penalties. It's like
How
minus
much penalty do I
10,
take
minus 8,
since I'm not proficient in that?
or minus 6.
But it's like a little
because very
hammer.
light.
I'm not used to this because I use a hammer. But it's like for me it'd be like it's like a one-handed hammer because it's so
Yeah,
small.
it's one-handed. Yeah.
What's my
Normally,
penalty?
like if you were proficient in it, you could use it with both hands and attack with each hand. But because you're not proficient in it, you can only attack with
What's
one
my
hand.
what penalty do I take? Like -4?
I don't think there's a penalty for it. I think you're good.
No penalty.
So then I'm
Yeah.
just going
Okay,
to
so I just do my regular.
So 1d8.
Got it.
Yeah.
24.
24. Yeah, you actually do see some bodies
Okay.
lying nearby. They make a knowledge engineering check. You can go ahead and try to ID them.
That's an 8.
8. Yeah, you don't know. What there are some humanoid bodies that they look kind of like dwarves, but their skin is gray and they have these pure white hair and their heads are bald. So they have white beards and bald heads. They also look like they've been badly disfigured by these like fungal growths.
Oh,
that
didn't
are
we
patches
fight
of
these guys?
Yeah, you know
I
it.
was
Yeah,
here.
you were here.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
these are all creatures. We fought all these guys, all these different races that were infected by the fungus. So they were just kind of mindless creatures that were all diseased, and they were attacking us. And there were bombs, and I blew up the big mother thing, and then this crazy dark elf creature came out, and we killed it.
All different races, not like just one.
No, because it was different because they were like dwarfs, and right, Jim? There were dwarves and gnomes and a humanoid.
That's what it looked like. Yeah,
an elf.
yeah.
There was a bunch
yeah.
of different creatures that were just possessed, and they brought these
Said by this fungus.
kegs of bunk. Well, it was a dark creature. It was the big fungus that was possessed by. Did we figure it was like a dark?
The
elf
fungus
or
itself
something?
was like taking over all of these, using them as hosts.
But what
to-
was living inside of it?
The
It was that-
core of it, like the actual like
The
final
queen.
creature that
Yeah.
you fought, appeared to be a drow that had been infected by the fungus.
Oh.
Without any sort of check, you immediately recognize these creatures that had been infected because these are some of the most hated enemies of dwarves. These are called Durgar, and they are sort of a distant cousin to dwarves. In the early days when dwarves were trying to make their way to the surface, the Durgar sort of saw this as a betrayal of the ancient dwarven ways, and eventually there was a big schism between the dwarves and the Durgar, and the Durgar remained underground, and lots of bitter fighting between the dwarves and the Durgar, and they're now hated enemies. Yeah, that's what I got for you. There was some more.
It's like the Crypt of
Jason
Bloods.
Bullman says, "God, I'm glad we changed those rules for the 2-weapon rules." Yeah, so I guess there's going to be some updates to the 2-weapon fighting rules because they are very complicated. We've had many discussions about how it actually all works. But yeah, it's good stuff. And also, don't forget to include the bobsledding rules that we have obviously just. There was obviously the best way to handle that.
There's a
I
need.
think you get
I mean,
a little.
But obviously, a writing credit would go
Death
to
writing
me
credit for you, Marty.
for developing the bobsledding rules.
Yes.
If you want like a whole book on how to properly bobsled in Pathfinder, I would be happy to write it. Just email me. I'll take the commission. Really.
Different shields ride differently, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
There's different.
If
I
they
mean,
come
yeah.
to
There's
too
lots
strong
of
the
yeah.
point, you're gonna lean and
The
then
book
turn.
will be called Jamaica. We have a Pathfinder team.
And J1Mac94 says, "This is the tapestry we wanted, Jim Jam. This is it."
I'm
not
glad.
sure
I'm glad.
what This was
That was the
but-
tapestry I
It
wanted
was the
as well.
bobsled. It was the buckler shield.
So you guys sort of dust yourselves off. You heal up the worst of your wounds. Battered, definitely bruised. You decide
Still giggling.
to carry on. Krag tells you about the fighting that was done in the halls. As he moves through, you guys come to a giant, like huge elephant-sized spider that's lying dead. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we fought this thing." He takes you into a huge sort of hub chamber for the mine, and there is a massive hole in the ground. And this indicates this is where that big fight that he was talking about with the bombs took place.
I
Now,
show him. This is where he placed the bombs, and they kept putting the damn bombs out. I was the only one who was going to do the right thing.
But you ended up upside down, tied up.
You shut up, devil
that was
woman.
a totally unrelated incident.
Do we see the body of the drow, or is it?
Yeah. There
Got it.
are several bodies here. You find a sort of elfin creature. It looks like patches of it are actually just like missing, where the fungus that had sort of completely taken over its body just withered away into nothing. So it's this really, really creepy, deformed corpse left behind. But you can see some key features that indicate that this would have been the drow that he
And I show
was
him
talking about.
the entrance to the
Yeah,
thing.
you can see that there's a hallway down below you.
This is where we were going to go.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you remember.
Yeah, we came back out because everyone was scared.
Sounds about
I
right.
remember, Quigley was the most afraid.
Sounds
He was so
especially right.
scared. He was the first one. He was like, "We need a rest."
That's how I
Yeah.
remember it.
That's exactly.
That's exactly
I
what
watched
I
it.
remember.
Not
I remember the shaking, the blubbering, and
Do we still see the rope that had been there from?
indeed, there was a rope left behind,
Well,
indicating
nice.
that, and it looks relatively new. It looks like perhaps they did indeed follow through with their original.
Oh, I know.
plan
This is
going
I,
down.
that I recognize that rope
Yeah.
anywhere.
You recognize that rope
Part
anywhere.
of it's the jump roping
Yeah.
rope.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Oh, wasn't
No,
your
I
rope?
think isn't it
Whose
Lyra's
rope was
rope?
it?
No, it was the other.
No,
Lyra
because she
rope.
had the lyra rope on the horse.
She had extra rope.
She has lots of ropes.
She has all these ropes.
She had a rope!
Is it a hemp
It's
rope
one
or a
of her-
silk rope?
At
I
night,
don't
when
know.
you guys are
Hemp rope.
resting, she sits there and braids a new rope every night.
Every day.
Every night.
From her hair.
she's got
From her hair,
she's
yes.
got the millions of
collects all the
miles of
pieces.
rope. Millions of miles.
Jason Bullman says, noted, ultimate bobsled it is. Yes! Score!
Dragons and things bobsled.
So yeah,
All
there's
right.
there's a rope that drops down into this hole in the mine floor. You can see down below. I mean, this is completely different stonework below. This hallway down, this chamber that you would be sending it to, is 100% not part of this mine. This is obviously much older, much better, much more carefully constructed. You can see intricate design, tile designs in the stonework. You can see from like when you're looking at different vantage points, you can see that there are carvings in the walls down there. Like this is something entirely different.
How far down is it?
15 feet.
Oh, let's just go fast.
Yeah.
Down the
Let's
rope.
just go fast.
Let's
Let's just
just go
jump.
fast. Let's go. Yeah, let's
You just
we
jump. I'll
it.
take the
Yeah.
rope. It's fine.
How much damage do I take from a 15-foot jump?
I have
mean-
an idea.
Theoretically, none if you make a good acrobatics check.
I'm in a hurry. I want to get my stuff, Jim.
Okay.
I'm jumping
He doesn't
down.
want to imaginary take the time to climb. So
I'll
I'm-
climb down the rope.
I'm tiny. I'm
I'm
climbing
gonna die
down
before I
to-
get to fight myself. 11.
11, not quite enough. So you go like come on, guys,
Come on,
and
we gotta
leap
go get my
down into
stuff.
this hole. You land a little harder than you would have liked, and your knees kind of buckle under you, and you slam down. You take 3 points of damage, as the others are just sort
Guys,
of
it didn't
climbing their
hurt
way
that
down.
much. Come on. jump
Kimbleton
down.
just kind of slides down the rope, taking an extra 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Not really much trouble at all.
Jim, but I'm 6'6".
Okay.
But you're taller than she is, but she's so tall.
You guys all using the rope. I mean, it's a.
I don't have
Can
to do
anybody
climb
not
check?
automatically make a DC 5 climb check?
I make that.
I did. I got my 15.
I have a
cannot.
yeah.
All right. So if you can't automatically make a DC 5 climb check, you do need to roll the dice, but it's real easy. Obviously, this will go well.
Just jump
nothing
down
bad
and I'll
could happen.
catch you.
Yeah, someone catch me.
I'm standing there to catch her if she falls.
Ooh, okay, 15.
15. Okay, yeah. So
I've learned my
carefully- Yeah,
lesson.
you very carefully, very cautiously make your way down. You guys are all now down in the hallway.
The Drolians, on the wall. Anything pop out?
Paint
As
us
a
a
rock.
picture.
Nothing really that you recognize. No.
Would I recognize anything?
Maybe. You can make a check. You're a bard.
Me?
What knowledge would you like?
History or religion, I'll take.
I have religion.
Neither
So
of those.
Sylvan Sheed says the buckler bobsled was exciting and all, but this episode is severely deficient in fourth striding of the boom.
Have you not been paying attention to Krag? He is
I'm
boldly
trying to
going
go!
lots of
And
places.
Ivan
We need to
Drago
go.
What'd you roll, Jamie?
1969 has followed. Thank you for the
I got
follow.
60.
Make sure to
Yeah.
share using the Twitter share thing. It's really fast, and then you will be entered to win prizes. It's that simple.
I rolled a 22.
22. You only because you have been sort of associating with the Krag and his friends, you recognize a general motif of the symbol of woe is present in a lot of the carving, a lot of this, all of the there's a lot of iconography that is from specifically that. Era.
We should be careful. There's whoa.
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 Whoa, like you mean like whoa, whoa?
Whoa.
Like whoa.
Whoa, like the.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
I just.
She's just role playing, Krag.
Who's on first?
Whoa. Whoa.
Who's on first?
Make
No,
me
it's
a
whoa.
survival check, Kimbleton.
Survival.
Yeah.
That is a 25.
Okay. You can see which direction. It looks like in the last couple of days, several humanoids went that way
Footprints.
down the tunnels.
It looks like everyone starts going this way. Or if you want to hurry to get your stuff, we'll have to be careful that they don't actually get what you're looking for.
Wait, what? The orb?
Yeah, the orb. It's a trap. That's what I'm telling
Well,
you.
hopefully Fake Krag gets there first and gets it.
Oh
Gets
yeah,
his,
because we want fake Krag to get
And then you
it.
want the rest of the party to die trying to save him?
Well, let's hurry up. What are we dragging ass for?
Dragon
Can
ass.
I? Can I?
boldly
when
striding
he
forth, right?
points
This
out
is a
the
completely trap-free corridor.
No ambush.
Yep.
Do I see my sandal size? Do I see like that's my footprint right there?
Somebody's been wearing my shoes.
Can I check 4 traps down the hallway and maybe stealth down to get a better perception?
Absolutely.
What would you like first?
What are you doing?
Just
Making sure you stay alive.
perception first, and then stealth.
There's no traps here.
Natural 20, 33.
Okay, yeah, you're fairly certain that everything's safe.
They set all the traps up already.
That's a good point. If there's any traps there, they
Yep,
already
yep,
would have been
yep,
set off.
yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes
you know, quickly setting them all off. It's all right.
you guys follow this corridor. You're fairly certain it's relatively safe. You don't hear or see any signs of life as you are making your way down. You eventually come to sort of a vault chamber. The door has been blown inward or outward towards where you guys are coming in. Krag, you notice that there on the remaining chunks there, when the door was formed, the carving of your hammer would have appeared, much like the previous doors you had found that
Son
bear
of
the
a-
resemblance of your hammer. The vault itself is empty, but you can see that somebody had broken into it from the outside. You know it'd be from the eastern side of the room. You can tell your direction automatically underground. You know that from the eastern side, people had broken into this vault and taken whatever was inside. You can actually even see some abandoned digging tools. You immediately recognize that this is the work of Durgar. Like you can, like the metal work is obvious to you. And there is sort of a huge, wide open space now underground beyond this vault.
I was just so entranced.
Fake Krag is opening seals. He is opening woe doors.
We're gonna have to go and stop him. That's bad, and it's gonna be a trap that's set up for everyone else too.
Speaking of traps, Dwynthor says, "Wait, checking for traps? Isn't that against DAT rules?"
Look, the only reason I did it is because I always have to come in and save their butts. It's fine. I'm the exception. Let me check. Okay?
I'm the only good player. That's what she just said.
No, it's
Jim,
more
we're
fun when
going.
you
We're
don't.
going forward.
You go
I'm,
forward.
like,
Okay.
Tired
You
of
go
this.
down. You go out into this sort of wide open expanse. You come across sort of a very hastily abandoned mining camp. Again, you sort of recognize these are all Durgar work. You eventually come to a wagon that has been overturned and broken into. Obvious signs of relatively recent violence in the area. When you guys make perception checks for me.
25.
20.
15.
Okay.
10.
Light sources, by the
21.
way. What do we got for those?
I
Because
don't
you're
have
fine
any light.
underground. You're not very good
I'm
underground.
low light. Yeah.
I'll just put on my glasses.
You don't have
Yeah, glasses.
them.
I know, I'm just joking. I
I
don't
got
have light.
nothing.
Yeah.
I'd be like following right behind him.
And I'll be behind you.
We're in
I
a
see
conga line,
this-
apparently.
Yeah, I see the conga line of the Three Stooges,
I got my
and I'll
hand on
cast
his- I
a
got-
dancing
I'm
light
like this.
around myself.
Yeah, we
at least.
all have our hands.
So you guys sort of have a very sort of spooky, eldritch, ghostly glow of these lights that are orbiting around Clarette's head, providing just enough light for you guys to take in some details. You don't see it so much as hear it, but the flapping of wings above you. And you look up and you see that there is a bat that is circling around, and then it darts off down a tunnel.
Anybody want to follow the bat?
The bat.
Yeah, you didn't
Down
see
I couldn't see anything.
down a tunnel, sort of sitting on the ground, deep in meditation.
Okay, Krag.
Adler, your familiar, flutters up. You hear her coming here. Is it a her or a him?
It's a her.
It's a her.
Yeah, just wait.
What?
that.
But
Oh.
it is a her.
You're a he-she?
The bat
The bat is a her.
I'm just joking.
flutters closer, and you can hear the approaching flapping wings, and you just sort of hold out your arm.
Aw.
And she curls up and dips and tells you that there are more from the surface.
I'm gonna. Never mind.
Yes, it's the Sun Seekers, eh? We're going to go find the Sun Seekers. And I walk off, headed in the direction that Cringe tells me to go to.
I didn't hear what you just said.
I head off in the direction that Cringe tells
Okay.
me to
All right,
go.
so you get up and begin making your way.
I was gonna stealth after the bat.
Okay.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. You go ahead and make a stealth check.
24.
24? Okay. Make a perception check.
Don't you worry about old Adler, old Adler.
You can make one for Creech as well.
Oh, yeah, Creech got it as well. Good. Alright, so I got an 18 for myself. And I've got so many papers here, it's ridiculous.
I do too.
And Creech has a 30.
A 30?
13.
13. Okay. So you are making your way out. You know, just based on your general, like you have been in this area for a day or two. You know that there's the overturned wagon where the Duergar were doing something. You haven't quite. You've been trying to put the pieces together. What it is that has set everything in such an uproar in this area. What it is that everybody's after. And you know that up ahead there's the overturned cart, and you are just making your way along, and you do not see the very, very stealthy Clarette,
With
who,
light circling my head.
well, yeah, it's true. But you do, before too long, hear some sort of shuffling footsteps approaching you.
I'm gonna stop and draw an arrow in my bow, readied
Sure.
to assess what's coming.
Sure. everybody else, tell me what's going on. Clarette is sort of snuck off after this. She's like, a bat, and then she starts like moving very cautiously.
Did we move that way? Did we go that way?
She's taking the light with her, so.
So
Yeah,
yes,
we're moving
we are
that way.
moving behind
So
her.
is it? I'm guessing Kimbleton. I'm right
He-
behind him,
yeah,
maybe my hand
and-
on his shoulder.
And
then-
my hand's on your shoulder.
Okay. So you guys give her enough space
Stooges.
that she's able to be at the front.
Do we
She's-
see
she's
her
good
pull
40
her
feet
bow?
ahead. Yeah, in fact, you see her pull her bow, and she's
gonna
just
stop.
staring.
I got my mini gnome hammer ready.
All right, so you guys stop and make ready. I mean, now that they're just kind of like standing at the ready,
Looking into the dark.
slowly, you're the first to see, but there is I don't know, what do we see?
What you see is you see a very tall, very gaunt.
At least 6 feet, right?
Six- What?
It's, I am actually 6 feet 2 inches,
Oh.
105 pounds.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Very, very skinny, very gaunt. You see that there's black hair just stringing down his face. He's got grey skin and lighter grey eyes. And he says, "Oh, a bunch of new Sunseekers coming into my realm. What do you want, Sunseekers? This is where Adler lives."
Have you seen me before?
Adler's never seen you before, Sunseeker. Adler lives here.
Make a perception check for me, Krag.
19.
Okay. You actually see that Adla is carrying a very familiar looking sword. Not one belonging to you, but one that Quigley has kept in his possession for months now.
Oh, geez, what was it, Sordicles or
No, that one was
Exordius?
Excalibur.
Excalibur?
Right?
So many names.
Wait, I know that sword. Where'd you get that sword?
It was a fair deal. It was a just deal, right, Creech? It was a just deal. We set the abomination free.
What abomination?
Abomination. There's abominations everywhere. You travel with abominations, Sunseeker.
Do I recognize what race he is?
Oh, yes.
You
You're struggling very hard
Not to lose my
simply
arrow.
kill it where it stands.
notice that Adler only uses the left hand. It seems like the right hand's just hanging there at his side. And Adler says, "There's an abomination right there. Abomination.
That's.
What do you want, Sunseeker?"
I want to find whoever stole all my things and is posing as me. You have not seen me. If you have that sword, you met my party.
I met another abomination, Sunseeker.
Really loud guy with a beard.
No,
Okay, where did the abominations go?
let her out. Single abomination. Mustn't speak to it, Creech. Don't speak to it, Creech.
You're calling her an abomination.
The abomination was let out. Free. In return, this sword passed to Adler. Yes, it did, Creech. It did.
I'm gonna aim away but near to Creech. Loose an arrow. Aiming not for Creech.
Warning is firing a warning shot.
Yeah.
No,
Warning
what-
shot, and I say, "Speak sense, or the next one lands in your head."
Control your abomination, or I will control your abomination.
What? Which abomination?
He's talking about me.
Am I an abomination?
No, Sunseeker, no. You're not abomination. Abomination is there.
Me. I'm half elf.
Oh, you don't like her ears, is that what it is?
She's just half an abomination.
Diplomacy, everyone.
Yes.
So, was it a Was it an abomination in purple that gave you this sword?
No abomination in purple. Abomination dressed in rags, wandering about, not really doing anything, not knowing where solo. Abomination by itself. Set it free, Adler did. Let it out.
Did this thing
So-
let out the thing that took my face? What the? I don't even understand what's
No.
happening.
Either another half elf or elf was down here and he let it out. Did you let out an elf?
Yes, abomination. Don't speak to it, mustn't speak to it, Creech. We let out abomination.
Where'd it go?
So,
Freed. I
So
tell
the-
you I can lead you around here. I can show you where to go. Perhaps.
And you haven't seen anyone else through here. come through
Adler
here.
sees many things. Adler knows many things.
But you haven't seen me.
Haven't seen you, Sunseeker. Haven't seen you.
so obviously the group found someone else, another elf or half elf, got Quigley's sword somehow and gave it to this butt face.
Question.
I got him. Got him.
Jim,
But for you,
Yes.
when
butt
we were,
face.
when we were in the main room, did we notice that the thing in the middle looked like part elf? Wasn't he an elf?
It looked. It had actually some similarities
It was
to the person you're looking at now in
drag.
terms of its complexion.
So it's not an elf.
No,
It's-
you make a knowledge dungeoneering check.
No,
I don't
You don't have it.
now
Yeah.
with my
Can I just tell them it's a drow?
Yeah, it's fine.
Guys, it's a drow. He's a drow. It was a drow just taken over. They're dark elves.
Right.
Racist.
No.
I'm not the one walking around calling people abominations.
Mustn't speak to it, Creech. Don't speak to the
And
abomination.
Sunseeker. I mean,
I guess Sunseekers are cool.
sure.
So,
Alright.
Adla, before you let the other one out, you do remember that she told you the story of how she came by the sword. The Durgar had taken her, and some other, what you would call Sunseekers, had saved her from that fate, given her the sword, and told her that she was free to make her own way before she found you and you could show her the way out.
Adler can lead you to anywhere. Adler can show you where the sword came from, Sunseeker. But nothing down here is free. Everything has a price.
What do you want?
You like this bone? What do you think of this bone? This is a good, big, solid bone. It's a great weapon.
Do not mess with me, Sunseeker.
I'm not messing with you.
All right. What price are we talking about?
I have been disowned by the other drow. Adler has been left alone to scrap and grind for myself. Adler has. Yes, we have, Creech. Yes, we have.
So what if you joined us in helping him find his friends?
Do not care about you, Sunseekers. What I care about, what Adler cares about, is getting back with the drow. You will lead me to what I seek, to the mongrel men. And then we have our accord.
Could I hear please in that? I'll take that as a please.
So
Yeah, mongrel men. We're gonna go find the mongrel men.
do you know how to get to the mongrel men?
Of course I do. The mongrel men, the mongrel men.
The Muffin Man? The
I
Muffin
know the
Man.
mongrel men.
Do you know the mongrel men?
I do. We live on.
Dreary Lane.
Don't
Dark,
worry.
Drowy Lane.
Adler leads you to your party before mongrel men.
Let's do this.
I don't like it. I don't like
Adler,
it.
when you saw the other
You don't like what you
Sunseekers,
said
as you
out
called
loud?
him, There was actually a vault down here as well too, with an orb. Did you see anyone carrying one of those?
Adler saw one Sunseeker. Adler set one Sunseeker free.
Just the one. Right, that orb's around here somewhere as well too.
Well,
Well,
We're going
Off to find your hammer?
We're having Adler. You know, Adler's gonna.
It's gonna take you onward. Okay. With Adler sort of leading you along,
I'm gonna
claiming
be in the back.
you're gonna be in the back. Are you guys so? Light source? Are you still keeping dancing lights active, or?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a torch?
no.
You guys,
I didn't memorize
I had a
lights.
dozen.
Four right here.
I had like a dozen torches.
I didn't have
memorize
time
light.
to grab a torch.
You could attempt. You could make a survival check now that you have the bone. You could try to make like a. You could make a check because you guys were back at the camp. Like you could find some cloth scraps and try to make yourself a.
Oh yeah, I got this. I think I got a 25.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
25 survival chuck. I got that good solid
So
bone.
it goes that good solid bone.
Wrap it with.
You're
some-
glad he. I mean, that left money on the table. That was a good bone.
Even Big Red
Crag's
thinks,
like,
this
you
is
know
a
what?
good
Yeah.
solid
It's a
bone.
good
It's a good solid bone.
So,
And the
Oh.
bit was
Jim,
Popping off.
question.
woo!
Do I
Let's
really
see.
have potion of dark vision?
You do.
Can I drink that and then it'll help me look?
Yeah, you know that
see?
lasts for 3
hours.
Oh my goodness.
Can I
So the
drink
bit-
that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
the bit war happening. Jay Womack 94 has used 3 bits. Michael Arvander 2 bits. Wild Ferret has used 17,104 bits.
Oh.
Mama Jim
Yes.
Jam 50.
Oh.
Big Red 87 17,019
Yeah.
bits.
Someone else.
Someone else 1 bit.
Thank you, someone else.
So I
And
can
Star
see.
has resubscribed Prime for 4 months.
Thanks. Thanks,
I know.
guys.
Big Red 87 1,000 bits.
Dang.
Big Red's gonna. So, you guys have
So I can see
a
now.
flint and tinder kit? You got something I could light this torch
I
with?
do. I've got a flint and tinder.
But you have no. What are you lighting? Are you lighting some sort of. You smoking something? You got a pipe?
Fire
What are you.
has more uses than just torches, alright?
Torches are essential.
Greg's very upset with the lack of torches in this group. Okay, yeah. You have the
Torch,
torch.
hammer.
Celestia, Krag has the torch, so it's up to you whether you want to still drink the potion or save it, but either way, it's up to you. I believe also there's a chance you actually have access to dark vision as a spell.
I didn't memorize it if I do.
Jay Womack has used 1 bit. Wild Ferret 1,000 bits.
Damn.
Photocavallo 9 bits.
I'm in for life, says they
No,
live
you
on
don't.
Duragar Lane.
Yeah, no, I don't think
I like
so.
No, you don't.
It's
I
Lucas
have
Martinez.
light, but I didn't memorize it for the day.
Ah, okay.
But in an unrelated note, the bat's name is Jeff. It's not Jeff.
Great.
Sylvan Side says, "What?
There's
You know
only
I can't
one.
hear a thing without my glasses."
That's right.
There's only one Jeff around here.
Anything with him.
Alright,
Oh,
so following Adler, you guys make your way through some long, winding tunnels. And as you're moving along, you're keeping your distance. Krag has a torch that he has going. Did you drink your potion or
Yes,
no? So you
yes.
did drink it anyway?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got that, so you can see even when you're out of the
Big
torchlight.
Red's used 10,000 bits?
Yeah.
Wow.
Big Red
what?
87.
Is that a real number, Jared?
It's a real number. Jeez.
As we're walking, can I cast Aspect of the Falcon on myself?
Yes, and that gives you a +2 to what?
+4 to my perception.
+40%. Okay, great. So yeah, you
What
are,
happens to me though? Aspect of the Falcon.
your eyes
Bird's
like
eyes.
glow momentarily, and there's like the ding, like they light up. You strike a cool pose. You're like Falcon, and then there's like ding.
Falcon punch.
Everything freezes for just a moment, and then it comes back. And then when it comes back, you can see much more clearly now. You guys notice that Adler, when you light the torch, Adler sort of like doesn't seem to
Repels.
like that too much, like blinking. Hasn't seen like light in so long, and sort of is walking fast enough to always keep at the edge of it, so he's not really in the light.
Adler gives a big sigh and goes.
Yeah, I mean,
"Sun
like, you know
seekers."
that, like, this is going to attract, like, everything can see you now. Like, you guys, you might as well have rung the dinner bell when you strike a light down here. So you're trying to pick your way much more carefully. You are keeping your eyes and ears out. You come to a split in the tunnel, and you know that if you take the right split, that you will eventually run into a cursed place where many, many creatures have stumbled into. There's a mist that will consume anything that dares traverse in it. You know that if you take the left-hand tunnel, it's a much longer route, and safe is always relative, but you will at least avoid this accursed place. You have sort of ventured over there out of curiosity a time or two, and felt the presence of just this lingering darkness over there, and have never really bothered to dare it, though you could choose to do so now. It's up to you.
No, we go to the left.
You go to the left. Okay. As you are traveling along, maybe 15 minutes passes, and you stop as you begin to feel a tremor in the rocks. It's very, very subtle at first. You're the first one to notice it because these things happen relatively frequently down here in the Darklands. Like, there's always the tremors, and you freeze, and you guys all see Adler sort of crouch down and sort of get behind, like, the biggest, sturdiest looking rock that he can find. He waits it out as the ground begins to rumble ever so slightly, and it only takes, maybe it's over in maybe 3 seconds. There's a rumble, and you can hear it down here in the tunnels, and it's frightening, as you just can imagine the entire cave system collapsing in on you. But then it passes very suddenly, and Adler, I mean, like, to you, it's a common almost every other day. You sort of dust yourself off and move on. You guys see that Adler's not really concerned about this at all. You follow them a little bit longer, and pretty soon you come to a very wide open space, but you can't see very much because it's almost like stepping into a weird underground jungle of rock. There are pillars and hanging spikes, and you can hear the dripping of water all around, and there's just stalactites and stalagmites and pillars of rock everywhere. It's as thick as a forest, and there's enough, like, you can move, obviously. And this chamber, actually, you don't necessarily need the torch. It's good to have because there's sort of a dim light throughout. There's this clinging purplish fungus that is growing prolifically along the rocks and shedding this glow. It's very eerie and very unsettling, but it does provide just enough light to see by, though the deep shadows lead your mind to sort of imagine movement and things staring out of the shadows out at you.
There's a lot of bit
Is
things
there a
happening.
bit war going
Yeah,
on?
there's
like
a
And
huge
then there's
war.
just bits everywhere.
Then Fights Rage is followed. Thank you. And
Nice.
then there's this crazy bit like Wild Ferrets has used 19,002 bits.
Oh my god.
And then
Escalation.
Trill Surge, 1,000 bits. Tales of Emily, 45. Big Red, 87, 7,002 more. Michael Arvander, 10 bits. And Kit Kats has used 100.
That's awesome.
Dang.
Thank you,
Big
guys.
Red comes
Dang,
in with another
guys.
Oh, Big Red's like
2,000.
whatever, 2,000. I'm the
Just
champ.
dropping bits everywhere.
Dropping bits, dropping
Wow.
bits.
Still a bit, well, yeah,
Dropping
19,000 is going to be hard to beat.
Dropping bits everywhere.
I know. It's crazy. It's
Wow.
craziness. As you...
like a button that sets an alarm off.
Oh my god.
You should have one so that, like, it opens up above them and just pennies rain down.
Alright guys, save all your pennies. You're gonna need them.
Is it necessary to do like a knowledge nature on what this fungus is, or just
You can if you would like to. It would actually be knowledge dungeoneering.
engineering?
If you
Okay.
have that. Well, you can make it
Yeah.
untrained, but
Yeah.
if he has knowledge
Wild
dungeoneering,
Ferret
you can
dropped
make
2
it
bits.
2 bits.
10.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean, as far as you can tell, I mean, it sheds light. If you scrape it off the wall, it sort of retains its luminescence for a little bit, but not very much. It's actually better to just leave it where it is than to try to carry it with you. Otherwise, it seems relatively harmless.
try
And it's like everywhere. There's so much of it. Individually, like a little patch of it wouldn't shed much light because there's so much of it here.
It
There's
creates
this
a glow.
purple glow over everything.
I'll dispel my lights.
Okay.
How tall is the ceiling?
It actually the furthest reaches of the ceiling are beyond your 60 feet of dark vision. Like this is a huge cavern.
Even with my cool perception that I have now too?
Roll a perception check. Yeah, I'll give you the chance.
My better perception. That is 19.
19. Yeah, you think that maybe you can see like where the ceiling is. It's got to be maybe 80 feet up. Like you are deep underground in a huge tall cavern. And these stalactites and stalagmites, like some of them are reaching down from that like all the way to the ground. You see like these, even some are just pillars of rock that go all the way up and down. Again, almost making like a forest of rock that you are starting to traverse through. I'm going to need everybody to make a perception check.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
22.
23.
12 plus 7.
19.
That
you.
is a 34.
Roll for initiative.
That's a 12 for good old Adler.
12 for Adler. And then I assume it would be Adler in the lead with... Who's next?
I think I'd be behind him.
All right, you're behind him, and then Krag, and then I know you're in the back.
I'd be second to back then.
Be second in the back. Okay.
Jared, can you...
You said 34?
34.
Okay. Even with your skilled, enhanced eyes, you don't see the danger before it literally drops on your heads from above. You guys are walking along when in the back and in the middle of the party, Krag and Claret, you hear this like shrieking sound, almost like it sounds to you like a bird of prey swooping down. You just imagine like this creature like tearing into something smaller and weaker, and then you feel this huge weight as this creature with long, like you don't know how many, but all of these long whipping tentacles that wrap around you as this thing in the surprise round tries to make an attack against each of you. There's two of them. Krag, flat-footed AC. You can't be flat-footed.
I can't be
so
flat-footed.
you're full
I can't
AC.
be caught surprise.
You can't be caught by surprise. So you hear this instinctively. You throw yourself to the side, and splattering on the ground is this huge, bulbous creature with 10 long green tentacles whipping all around, each one ending in a barbed spike. It has this tooth-filled maw, and it seems like frustrated that it couldn't grab you in the surprise round. Claret, however, I do believe you do not have uncanny dodge.
No, I do not.
So it is going to come down hard at you. Oh, that's a leaner. All right, I hit armor class 25. This thing slams you with its tentacles.
Okay.
So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to take the damage from that, and it's going to make an attempt to grab you.
Great.
You take 8 points of damage, and then it just tries to enwrap you with these tentacles so it can squeeze the life out of you. CMD 19.
What am I...
Whatever your CMD is? So I hit a 19 if it's yeah.
Yep.
All right, so it just like grabs you and begins to squeeze, and now we need to roll initiative.
Good old Adler's got a 19.
Oh, criminy. Good.
12 for Krag.
12 for Krag.
9.
4 for Kimbleton.
Get a great perception, get no initiative.
19 for good old Adler.
Adler, quick to react, knowing the dangers of this place. Always ready for trouble. Celestia?
9.
9. Alright. It's not too bad. Most of you are going
I'd rather
before
be
me.
towards the end anyway, because I'm the healer.
Sorry, what were you at?
I'm 9, and
I know,
then
yeah, I was
Clarette's 10.
Clarette's 10. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
so that makes it
Ding,
easy.
ding. Clothespins of combat are back, guys, and we have the minifigures since we have Krag back, and we have some new ones. Like Krag, literally
on the fly.
5 minutes before the show, on the fly, frantically,
During
like
the
he
show.
was serious. Like
Right.
all of us were like, "Well, we'll just have the clothespins, no big deal." Krag was like, "No, we will have accurate representations of each character," and he did a stunning job. Honestly,
Yeah.
you got Kimbleton, Clarette, Adler,
I'm so tiny
and
and cute.
Celestia. I mean, it's a pretty good. We got all the weapons are correct.
On the
Honestly,
fly, it's
all
not
good
bad
stuff.
on the fly. I got all my bits out
I
here
mean,
on
you
the-
don't have the gnomish hooked hammer, which is kind of weird. I mean,
Oh, hey, oh, crap. I do.
you have a gnomish hooked hammer.
Is that good?
I can't get it.
Here, give that to him. Let's switch the hammer out. We need to be accurate.
You need to
Here.
be
It's all
accurate.
about
This
the
is what Krag
accuracy.
takes very
Oh,
seriously.
yes, it's all about the accuracy.
This is nitty gritty, Jim, but would you consider that a surprise round?
I would.
when
So
it
yeah,
fell?
I guess you have a feat that allows you to act in the surprise.
Yeah,
round.
I
You can
get
take
to
a
act
move
in the
action
surprise
or a
round.
standard action.
Thank you, Brick Warriors.
Well, I assume since it attacked first, would I still be able to sing, or since I'm grappled, nah.
I don't believe being grappled doesn't allow you to sing. I think you can sing.
Okay, I'm gonna start singing then.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm gonna start singing. Blazing Blades.
Okay. Everybody's weapons burst into flames. Now there's light. Light everywhere.
I have
Your
flaming
hand
throwing
good?
axes.
I don't need weapons.
I have flaming
It
Adler,
doesn't hurt anybody.
you glance behind you. You can see that your companions have stumbled upon one of the more insidious dangers of the Darklands. What do you do?
No problem for good old Adler. I'm gonna go ahead and hex the one that I first see.
Okay. I
With
imagine
misfortune.
the one that would be most obvious is definitely the one that's
Oh,
on.
you're gonna
No.
save me?
No, that
Nope.
one.
Okay.
That one. That's
All
over
right.
there.
So the one that had missed, you hex it. Which with misfortune, you say?
Oh yeah, misfortune.
It requires me to make a save. Yes.
It's a will save.
DC
15.
15. No! No! That's a 1 on the die. I am overcome with misfortune.
For double the time of the effect.
And then I just start laughing.
Madly cackling to extend the duration. So how many rounds of misfortune is that going to be?
Oh, that's 2 right now.
2 rounds of misfortune. Okay.
Well, I can keep cackling. You know.
I know, and you can keep on going. All right, so you guys see Adla, who's just at the edge of your light, turns around and he points towards this creature that's now writhing on the ground, trying to right itself so he can come at you again. And he just starts laughing madly, and this creature starts thrashing, and you can see it like blinking. It has these big, huge, bulbous eyes, and it's blinking, and it's clearly being affected by something. And Adla is just laughing madly in the darkness. Krag, what do you do?
I power attack that thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a question. That's what you do. Yeah.
That's what I do. I power tag it. And that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is going to hit.
Yeah. And that's what we got here. Nine, 19.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
Oh man. This
And I only get one
green-
attack. You said I don't get 2, because I usually get 2, but I'm not proficient with that.
No,
hammer
you
stuff.
can attack twice.
I can attack twice?
Yeah.
Alright, I would
Right here.
choose.
If you didn't move anywhere.
17.
17 is going to miss. So you hit with the first one, its tentacles are flailing around and sort of knock aside the hooked hammer on the second strike, and you don't connect with its body. You can see that as the head of the hammer is now covered in
Plus
this
2d4.
green, sticky, flowing
Your
ichor.
hammer's on fire.
Oh crap, I
Oh,
get
yeah.
plus 2d4
Plus-
for the fire
Oh
hammer?
gosh, no.
What does that do?
Stop.
Come on,
Yeah.
baby.
2d4?
2d4.
5 fiery damages.
Alright, so yeah, you just lay into this thing.
Dang, 24.
It's still up and strong, but it's but you've obviously like wounded.
Little flames, little burn, little singes.
Yeah, it's a little singed. It's a little singed as well. Claret, you are grappled by this thing. You can try to break free. You can continue singing. What do you want to do?
I wonder what that smells.
What would I need to break free? It would be
Escape artist, or you can make a CMB check, whichever's higher for you.
CMB. I'll do an escape artist.
Okay.
That's a 27.
27. Yep, that's gonna do it. So you managed to just sort of wriggle your way free. That's a standard action to do. You still have a move action if you'd like.
And I will. Is there one in between me and the rest of the group, like on Krag?
No, there's not one on Krag. There's one near Krag.
Okay, I'm gonna back up into the group away from the one that just had me.
Right. So that'll provoke an attack of opportunity from the one that you just got free of. Okay, so he's gonna make an attack. He just whips his tentacles out. Hit armor class 25 again. So he's gonna smack you for 8 points of damage, and it gets that free attempt to grab. He's gonna try to just grab you right back. Not gonna let you out of his clutches. Versus CMD 18 this time.
Yeah, you get me.
Got you again? Alright, so you break free, and you're trying to back up out of the way, and it's like, nope, get over here, and it just whips all 10 of these tentacles, and just grabs you, and just starts to squeeze again.
Yeah.
Celestia.
I'm going to cast resistance on Claret.
You'd have to touch her.
No. Oh, it is touched.
To touch me.
She wants to feel dirty.
Oh no, all this is touched.
You can't run over there and touch her?
No, are you kidding me? She's flailing
I
around.
touched the rock earlier.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna cast channel. I'm gonna do positive energy.
All right, you channel positive energy. You do not have selective channeling, just so you know. Because you didn't have the charisma modifier to make it worthwhile.
Oh.
So you're going to hit everything living in a radius.
So I don't have selective channeling.
No, because it requires a modifier that you don't like. It wouldn't have done you any good.
Oh my god. All right. Well.
You can do it, but it's also going to heal the wounded creature.
No.
Hope Tracy, I love how Krag is basically chaperoning the two couples. And Sky Lily 083 says that cackle adds to the creep factor.
No joke.
You know it.
Dwinthor, awesome job, Krag. Kudos to the Brick Warrior. And
Oh my
Rick
god.
Warrior's got it all.
MN for life. Bits be bumping betwixt big bit battle blow up.
Wow.
Because the bit war's gone nuclear.
Yeah.
Michael Arvander's at 50 bits, Big Red another 2002, Mama Jim Jam 100, Jay Womack 10, and the Wild Ferret 1002.
Photo Kavala. You get a bit, you get a bit, you get a bit, you get a bit.
All right. I'm just gonna hold my action.
All right, you hold your action,
I'm just
and
gonna
now
stay
it is
behind.
my turn. The first thing that's going to happen is the creature's going to try to maintain the grapple on you.
Okay.
CMD 18 again, so it's going to continue grabbing you, and it's going to get to deal its automatic constrict damage.
Beautiful.
Oh, crap.
So it just tries to crush the life out of you. You can feel you can almost hear your ribs snapping as you try your best to maintain your song. You take 13 points of damage as it just crushes the life out of you, and then it's going to try to bite you.
Great.
And that's a 20 on the die.
Oh my god.
So with a natural 20, you're singing and it's crushing you, and it just reaches down and takes a huge chunk of flesh out of your neck.
Oh, crap.
Claret, you are gonna take. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. 14 more points of damage. It just rips.
Oh, it crit me.
That's true.
So I
Uh-oh.
get
Uh-oh.
to.
You done something wrong,
I do a bluff
Jim.
check. Wait, you said how many points of damage?
14.
Okay, let me find this because I get to do a bluff. But a scratch. That's a melee attack.
Yes.
Bluff check, immediate action. DC is the same as an intimidate check. If successful, opponent is shaken for 1 round.
Okay.
Each 5 over the DC gets +1 round.
All right. Go ahead and make that check.
Bluff check.
24. So this thing bites you, and you just turn and scream in its face, and it seems momentarily startled. Your blood is like dripping from its mouth, and it's like it's shaken. It's shaken for 1 round.
Dude, I see this, and I know this.
Yeah.
So like she didn't take the damage, or it bit
No,
her,
she
but
does.
it didn't.
In fact, like to you, actually, I mean, as a barbarian, you just see this thing. It's like rip a piece of her flesh off, and instead of like screaming in pain or fainting or anything, like she just turns and screams in its face, and it's like this barbaric rage, and like you're kind of into that. Like that's your jam.
Sweet. Wow.
We go now to Kimbleton.
I'm going as a swift action cast aspect of the bowl
Aspect
on
of
myself.
the bowl. Okay.
And everyone's favorite, I'm gonna clink those blades together with some lead blades to make them bigger.
All right. So now they're giant flaming axes.
Wow.
You still have a move action if you'd like.
I'm going to chuck one the first. Or I have a move action, or
You cast a spell. That's a standard action.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to move up to the one, or just stay out of reach of the one that's on her.
You want to get into melee range so that you can hit it? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So you just walk up to Claret, and we go to the top of the next round with Adler in the lead.
Well, Adler's going to hex you, the same one that did Misfortune.
The same one, all right.
With Summer's Heat.
Summer's Heat, all right. Tell me about Summer's Heat.
So an oppressive heat hits over this creature, and it deals 5 points of non-lethal damage, except I need you to make a fortitude save, roll twice for your misfortune.
That's true. The first one is a 17, which is a pass. But I do have misfortune, so I have to
13.
roll twice and take the worst result. My second roll was an 18 on the die.
What?
Ha ha!
Doesn't matter, so you still take 2 points
2
of
points of
non-lethal
non-lethal
damage.
damage. All
And
right.
the cackle continues.
And the cackling continues. Krag.
So
Like it.
I want to move. Am I able to move to her? Is he's up there? Can I flank with Kimbleton? I want to move
Yeah,
up.
you
and
can.
Flank. I want to move up and flank with Kimbleton, and lay down a power attack on the thing.
So the only thing is that the creature you are currently fighting is going to get an attack of opportunity
That's-
against you.
Yeah.
But it's
Can
at
I
a
roll? Can
disadvantage.
I roll out of the way?
You can make an
try-
acrobatics check to try to avoid the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, because I'm all about the acrobatics.
Do
today.
a cartwheel.
I'm doing a cartwheel with torch in one hand and the gnome
Yeah,
hammer in
Don't
the other
light your
hand.
hair on
Just on your
fire.
fists.
Natural 20, baby! I did it! Get a free cartwheel out of the way!
You cartwheel out of the way, getting
You
your
are
way
a fighter.
safely over
No,
to where
really?
Clem.
I got a fiery torch
got
and
a
a fiery
torch.
hammer.
And he turns into
So what happens?
flame. And
So you managed to get over to Claret without incurring an attack of opportunity is what happens. You just tumble your way over.
Cartwheel into a power attack on this thing.
Okay, make an attack. This will be one attack this round because you moved.
And that is a pretty good one. 28.
28 will hit, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good one.
Plus 2d4.
Oh, plus 2d4. I'm liking this. So do you want that fire damage separate?
No, it's okay to roll it on.
Okay. So, my math is really bad. Michael Jordan,
23?
23.
Oh,
Five
okay.
fiery damages.
Alright, so
What
you
does that
just...
smell? What does
Oh,
that
it
smell like?
smells horrific.
That
These
burning
that I have
flesh of
my-
that.
yeah.
My bandana.
Yeah. Okie dokie. And now it
Wormdrake is followed. Abby Marie 91 is followed.
Claret's turn. Claret,
Oh,
what you doing? Still grappled by this thing. You're singing your heart out.
I'm,
Maybe literally soon.
Yeah. Would I know that it will continue to constrict and do damage if I stay in its grasp?
You're very certain that
Certain.
it's going to continue
Great.
crushing you.
Great. I'm going to stop singing
Okay.
physically, but to the rest of the party, they don't know if it's just my booming voice or whether we're in a room full of rock, but they continue to hear the song, and I will make another escape artist.
Okay, make an escape artist attempt.
Real POTUS 98 gifted a tier 1 to
27.
27 is enough. You managed to get away again, a second
Drake.
time.
22 gifted subs, baby.
Woo! Can I take a 5-foot step away?
You can take a 5-foot step. Yeah. Okie dokie. Celestia.
All right, I'm gonna step up to Clarette, place my hand on her, and cast Cure Moderate Wounds.
Cure moderate wounds. All right.
2d8 plus
Cure
5.
her moderately.
8, 4, 5, 6. I add 6 more to that. Is it?
Yeah, you had 6.
So 6, 12.
Thank you.
Are you feeling somewhat better?
Somewhat.
And then I'll take 5 a step back.
All right, take a
Try and
5.
stay away from the
Well,
tentacles.
you moved over to her, so you can't
Oh,
move
that's
and
right,
then
yes,
take a 5-foot
yes.
step. But yeah. you
Yes,
can
you're
be
right.
there. All right. Now my favorite turn. My favorite turn of all. My turn. The
2
creature.
more creatures emerge.
Seeing. It's gotten a taste of you, Clarette. It's just gonna keep coming. But you did intimidate it pretty good, so maybe it's not gonna
It
come
was
at you.
shaken. It's shaken.
It's shaken. It is
Not
shaken.
stirred.
It is. And it is actually. I guess it'll go for. It'll see if it can. Ooh, maybe.
He got excited. Did you see him go, ooh?
Yeah, he's gonna try to get out because he's surrounded. So he's gonna make an acrobatics check to try to climb. 23 is gonna do it. So he does not provoke an attack of opportunity as he begins climbing. Rather than skittering along the ground, he just lashes onto some of the stalactites around you and starts shimmying up
Pulling
and comes
itself
up
up.
out of your reach. He's about 10 feet above the ground now.
Now, which one is this?
This is the one that was on Clarette.
All
So
right,
the one
all
that
right.
has the
Alex, hit it with
misfortune.
the cross. Oh, damn it.
The one.
Yep.
Not
The one
here.
that was previous, that now
Ready.
is in a very unfortunate situation, is going to try to come at Celestia now. He has to roll twice. That's all he said. First one, it's an armor class 16. Does that hit you?
No.
All right, and the next one couldn't possibly hit you anyway, so it doesn't need to bother rolling again. So just misses. He tries to lash out with his tentacles and misses Celestia. And
The
that was my
inspector
turn.
says Diana and Ben look like they're
Gimbleton.
cramming for an imminent
With all the
It's
paper
true.
over there, they're like,
I didn't get a chance to look at it.
So as a swift action, I'm going to I can now give aspects that I have. So I'm giving you a +2 to your strength,
Bruh.
making you even bigger, and I'm gonna start chucking these things at the one that started
The one that
climbing.
climbed. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
First one, is a 29.
29 does it.
And because it's a bigger weapon now as well, 2 + 2d4 of fighter damage as well.
Yep.
Yes.
'Cause that'll, yeah.
First one is it is. That is a 11 regular damage plus 4 fire damage.
All right.
That's the first throw. Fire giant axe. Next one, no. Next one is that won't hit. That's a 14.
Not gonna do it.
And then the last one comes out to matter 23.
23 does it. Yep.
23 does hit, and he's gonna take another 10 points of regular damage and 4 points of fire damage.
What was that?
10
regular.
10 regular damage, 4 points of fire damage.
You can see that this one, I mean, you've nearly knocked it down off of its perch at this point. Like, it's
Nice.
bleeding and bloodied, and like it's very, very, very injured. And now we go to the top of the next round. Adler, make a perception check.
Good old Adler, so good at those perception checks. 11.
11. Okay.
One that sits motive, I loved it.
What are you doing?
Good old Adler's going to use Limp Lash and takes a shadowy piece of the world around Adler and whips it at this thing on the ground,
All right.
making a ranged touch attack.
Oh.
not gonna do it probably. With a 8.
An 8 is not going to do it. So you sort of form this lash out of pure shadow and whip it forward, but it misses.
Then I continue to cackle.
Continue cackling. Krag, there's one creature on the ground,
I can't
one
get to
creature up
that.
above.
I turn back to that. I turn back and power attack that mother on the
All right,
ground.
go ahead.
Critical hit!
That's right.
Nice.
Krag
So this
is
is
on fire.
is a fire damage? No.
No,
just
fire
a
damage
weapon
doesn't multiply.
Times
3
3.
for the hammerhead,
Whoa.
Ooh, boy.
Nah, not very good.
You still get the plus 2d4.
I know, but so it's a pathetic.
It's okay.
Does my bonus get tripled in that though?
Yeah, you're like you deal your damage and then triple it.
And also, you have a +2 to your strength as well, too.
Gives you a +1 to your damage effectively.
That's right.
20.
20 points of damage?
20 points, but wait, I'm doing fiery.
Okay.
25.
25. This one also looking worse for wear. Still alive, but not doing well. Claret.
The real POTUS 98 says, joining late, but I see it's couples night. Congrats, Eric and Jim.
That's a good one. What you doing, Claret?
They continue to hear my song, even though I don't sing, and I turn to the one that's up that had me and scream a Chord of Shards.
Chord of Shards.
Chord of Shards.
Reflex.
Reflex
Sean, we get it now.
save.
Oh, they went over your head too.
18?
Yeah, you'll get it.
Alright. You still deal some damage, yes? It's
reflex
save
negates.
Oh.
Oh,
dang. Okay.
negates?
So you scream, and it actually just sort of like whips itself around a rock, and your voice like shatters into this stone stalactite, actually cracking the stone, and then the creature comes around the other side, having dodged out of the way. Celestia,
I'm gonna hold.
holding your action. And now it is my turn. Perhaps it's because you were cackling so very loudly. Perhaps it was just your single-minded focus on delighting in causing pain to these creatures. Or maybe it was just simple, you weren't paying enough attention. But before you can react, you feel the presence of something behind you, and armor class 19.
Oh, that's clearly a hit on
Alright.
good old Adler.
Something
Clearly.
bites into your shoulder from the rear. You take 9 points of damage.
And good old Adler's dead. No, I'm just kidding. pretty much though.
Yeah, that's all it can do. Because it moved. And
you make a
now
sound
the
from that?
creature that tried to previously attack
So no different than
Celestia
What
is
I've been
gonna
hearing.
have to roll. Ooh, this might get you anyway. My lowest was a 25.
Yep.
Alright, so this thing smacks you with its tentacles. First thing that's gonna happen is some damage. You take 8 points of damage, and
Okay.
it makes an attempt to grab you.
Ooh, don't get grabbed.
Don't get grabbed. My low is a 16 on the CMD.
So my CMD?
It's your CMD.
CMD. No. Mine is 17.
No! No! Alright, the...
Bit war. Wildfire 1002. Big Red 87 is like 1002. Real POTUS 98. This was from before. He's like 20 bits. 20 bits. Yeah.
The creature up above you climbs just a little bit higher and shifts itself to give itself some cover from those nasty axes. And then you don't see what it does. Celestia, you get whacked by this thing's tentacles, and then it disappears. And we go now to Kimbleton.
the other one that was on the ground disappeared?
Yeah.
All right. And the one that's up, how much cover, like, does it? Can I,
Currently, you can't see it. You would have to
can't-
move to, yeah.
all right, I want to move around to see
Take a
it.
move action, all right,
Yeah.
and you can throw an
I'm
axe.
throwing it. 16.
16 is gonna miss.
All right. Throw a second.
You
It threw
have
me
to,
off.
you moved, so you can't take another attack.
Oh, that's right. Poo.
Yeah. Adler.
Jim, good old Adler needs you to tell him something.
Yeah.
Can you look up Limp Lash for me and tell me if this whip that I've used, if I didn't hit with it, does it seems to me as I'm reading it that it just stays with me.
Vitamus OKC saying, woohoo, Pathfinder! Yeah.
Yeah. That means Vitamus just popped in.
Okay, see.
To all new people, man, we got
Okay, see
prizes.
Thunder. Woo.
We
Russell
have
Westbrook.
prizes. If you share this episode, hit the little share button up on the Twitch page and tweet it, put it on Twitter, you get a chance to win some awesome prizes. We got a prize pack. There's a little Pathfinder Goblin, a little Brick Warriors accessory pack. There's cool stuff. Sirenscape code, is that in it too?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sirenscape
There's so
code
many
too.
things in that.
So many
good.
things.
It's
All
like
the
Christmas.
things.
Every Friday, Christmas with us. Or Hanukkah.
It looks like the
Kwanzaa.
whip is just
Anything you
there
celebrate.
until you let it go or until the whip is destroyed.
So I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay?
I am going to go ahead and use the whip.
Whip it good.
Whip it
and,
good.
on the creature that just attacked me.
Okay. So you step forward and then turn around so you can lash at this creature. What you see before you is this slimy worm-like creature. It's about human-sized, and all around its mouth are these wriggling, barbed tentacles, and this like large, almost bird-like beak that's dripping with your blood. Go ahead and make your attack.
All right. That's a natural 17 on the die.
Alright, you,
JC.
you lash it.
And it takes 1d6 strength, dexterity, and con damage. Each round it's lashed in this. Oh, only 1 point of damage for it.
Alright.
And I continue to cackle loudly.
Alright, you're cackling loudly. Alright, so you drain some of this creature's strength with your spell, and then are cackling madly still to keep the misfortune going on the creature that is, by all accounts, seemed to have disappeared. Which takes us now to Krag.
So I look around and I see that thing.
Yeah, you now see that Adler is like faced off against some new abominable creature. This one is definitely different from the creature that you were fighting before.
But I put a leash around it.
But it seems to have been, it doesn't seem to be leashed by some like shadowy dark cord of dark magic that he has wrapped around its
Would
neck.
I assume that it's a bad creature, or is that
Yes.
like
It's his
okay?
pet.
It's definitely
Got it on the
bad.
It's like, is this? So
I don't know.
can I charge power attack?
Yeah. No, because Adler's in the way. You could charge power attack Adler.
Do it.
No, can I get up there and power attack? that
Yes.
Man.
thing? Oh. Yeah, that's good. That's just am I looking at messed up numbers? 29.
29 hits, yes.
Ah, I wish I had my hammer.
And you got
And
extra
2d4.
strength.
And 2d4.
Plus your 1 extra strength. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 18 plus my fire damage.
Nice.
So 24.
24 points of damage. You just like slam into this creature. Its head goes whipping to the side. You can see it's like dazed and senseless from this attack.
Does it smell the same as the other one, or is it a different
It's
smell?
obvious it's a different
Like
creature.
the burning
yeah.
flesh is different.
It's
is it more
slightly
pleasant?
different. No, it's not any
Did
more
you give it-
pleasant. It's bad in a different way.
It's like a
all
burp
bad.
versus a fart.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both bad. They're
It's
just
all
different.
bad.
Yeah, where's the burp
They're
at?
both bad, but they're different.
Yep.
It's a different poop smell.
So gross.
All right, that will now take us to Claret.
I can't start singing and shoot, can I? Nah.
Standard action to begin your song.
Can I do a quick perception to make sure nothing else is coming? That it's just
Yeah.
the 3 creatures we see currently.
Yeah, so currently you see 3.
We see 3? The
Dirty
ones-
20.
As far as you can tell, that's the only thing around.
Okay, I'm gonna go full defensive and start singing again.
Okay. You begin the song. Just as the blades were starting the flames were starting to die, they burst back into their full
If you're
effect.
8d4 worth of fire damage now, piece, right?
Yes.
It does not double up.
Darn it!
But we do go now to Celestia.
Can I run up? Can I do a strength surge on Krag?
Yeah, you want to move?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
As
move
you
up.
move away, you
Knew
hear
it.
this, and you look over, and like it seems like almost like coming out from behind a curtain that you don't see. You don't see a curtain, but all these tentacles just like appearing out of nowhere and start lashing at you. And you hit armor class 22.
Yep.
All right. So this creature that you didn't even realize it was there just whips you, and you take 10 points of damage.
Oof.
10 points of damage, and it tries to grab you.
Is this the one that's got
Oh
misfortune?
yeah, I've got to
on it?
roll.
Yeah.
Roll another one. I got a 17 on the die and an 18 on the die, so
What?
it's
The
going
same,
to
That's
just.
the same as last time.
I know, right? It just
Lies.
grabs you and drags you towards itself, and you are grappled now.
Okay.
Sure you feel good about that,
I
Jim.
do. I feel really good about it. I'm really happy about it. This looked like things were going really badly for me, and now maybe I'll get somebody.
Well, Abby Marie 91 says, yes, it sounds like a roper they're fighting. I feel bad.
And Whopper Styler says, "Thank you guys. You reignite my love for pen and paper. And big cheers from Germany. P.S. I love Krag. I think my next Pathfinder character is a barbarian."
Gwyntor says, with the only crew that can hold my attention show after show.
Awesome.
Yay!
Thank you.
We do our best. All right, the creature that you just threw an axe at is going to try to drop down on you, grab you. This one is not under misfortune, and I hit armor class 22.
Ah, you got me.
Gotcha. All right, so the first thing that happens is you take 11 points of damage. The second thing that happens is it tries to just wrap you in its tentacles and grab you, to squeeze the life out of you. CMD 27. Yeah. So it just like grabs you, and then the one that is fighting Celestia first. Well, first I have to maintain the grapple. Even with both, I hit my CMD. The low one is CMD 19.
Yep.
CMD. All right. So it maintains its grapple. So it's gonna deal. First thing, it deals 13 points of crushing damage.
Okay.
And then it tries to bite you. The bite, my low, is armor class 20.
Armor class. Yep.
Alright, so it just bites into you,
It's 19.
dealing additional
21 is
damage.
something different. Sorry, what was the first bite?
Wait, what was that?
What was the first, how much damage you said? Was
The
it?
first damage was 13 points of damage.
Kim Birch, I didn't know my son can cackle.
And then it's gonna bite you for 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
Down,
And I don't think
down,
anyone can
bleeding
help me.
out. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna get one tonight,
No, how much was
guys.
the second one?
Sucks.
The creature that you guys are fighting, Krag, you're the first one there. It's gonna try to bite you. It's trying to lash at you. It's gonna bite and then lash at you with these tentacles.
These dumb
First
things
comes the
die.
bite. I know. It's,
All you things just die.
the bite's probably not gonna get you because that's armor class 13.
Nope.
Although you're not wearing any armor right now, except for
Oh.
your loincloth will get you to +2.
That's true. You know what?
I don't think it's as low as 13, but
totally
it's not
forgot
as
about
high as
that.
you think it is.
What is that?
Next page.
So it's 14. That's what you're at.
I'm at 14.
With your dex bonus,
Where's your AC?
it's 10 plus your dex bonus plus 2.
Oh,
10.
15.
15?
15.
Okay, so yeah, it's closer than I thought. And now these 4 tentacles, each one attacking you. But these are going to be hard to hit. Those are not going to hit. And then...
One higher than.
Ooh,
20?
only one of them is with a 19.
Oh.
You are going to take 1 point of damage.
That's my
1 point of damage. This thing just grazes
Back
you with a
tentacle
barbed
smacked you.
tentacle.
What was it?
What's that?
I just got tentacle slap for a point.
1 point of damage.
Vidamus OKC has followed. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Let's go to Kimbleton. You are grabbed by this creature.
Are my hands free at least?
You can make one attack, but there's a penalty to it because when you're grappled, you take a -2 penalty, and I think, let's see, there's some stuff that happens when you're grappled. -4 penalty to your dexterity,
Poo.
and a -2 to attacks, combat maneuvers. Can't take attacks of opportunity. Can't take an action that requires 2 hands.
Alright, I'll try to break out.
Okay,
Use
Sure.
strength check.
yep. CMD.
That's a 21.
21. Break free. Extricating yourself from this thing's whipping tentacles, freeing yourself as a standard action. You still have a move action. You want to move away, provoke an attack of opportunity, so I can just grab you again.
Oh my gosh.
If I take a 5-step back, is that still
You
gonna?
can take a 5-foot step. I mean, if you want to move that, fine.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. back.
Fine.
First
Do
one to
that.
die.
Boring. Alright. You just scooch back away from it. Just a scooch. Mr. Whiplash.
Good old Adler's gonna maintain grip on this whip and go
Grip
ahead
on
and
the
cackle a little bit more. So
Alright.
you're going to automatically take 3 points of damage to strength, con, and dex.
That one's bad. Yeah, I'm not going to be hitting anything now. Alright. Alright, well those are your actions, Krag.
And the bit war rages on. Big Raid 87's used 4,075 bits. Wild Ferret's used 3,075 bits. And J1 Mac 94 is like, what's up? I got 11 bits.
Nice. Woo! Thank you guys.
Thanks, old.
Got some good comments up there as well.
There are some good comments. You
Go,
know,
no, go for it. It's
Ayoba?
Ioba 2006. I wish D&D nights when I play could be this lively and exciting.
Yeah, it
Thank
can
you.
be.
I
If you just
appreciate that,
believe
yeah.
in your heart.
And Abby Marie 91. Watching you guys has made me want to play Pathfinder again. I miss playing
Yay!
it.
One
So there's a lot of
do it.
a lot of new
A lot of
viewers.
people.
A lot of
Ask
A
them
lot
to
of
do
new
it.
viewers. We got prizes. Share this.
Yeah, share.
Share
so you
this
can
on
win those
Twitter.
prizes. Yeah, definitely.
Share this on Twitter. There's a little share button. Hit it. Put it out there. It's going to do all the things. We got prizes to give you at the end of the show.
Make sure it's public, otherwise we can't see it.
This is true.
To find you.
I keep whacking away
All right,
with this
hit it-
dumb
hit
thing
away.
in front of me.
It's really easy to hit now.
So I got an 18 on the die.
Yeah, okay.
Is that enough? 30?
It's enough. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And there's almost no amount of damage you can do that won't kill this creature.
Well, 16 plus my fiery death.
Plus the
Yeah.
one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You just
24.
splatter this thing. It explodes
Yes!
in a shower of gore.
That's the one on the ground.
That's the creature. That was the newcomer creature.
that was a big one
The
that
worm.
had.
That was my,
Okay.
newly.
Your pet.
The leash.
The one he whippy whipped.
Claret.
I will stop my song, but it will continue.
Yep.
Can I roundabout run to Celestia and cure moderate wounds?
The first thing we need to do is make a will save first. It's not as bad as you think it is,
It's always
but it does matter a lot.
I'm not going to say nothing because I did that last night and it was bad.
Oh no.
22.
Okay, so you are looking around and you don't see Celestia or this creature. You just don't see them. But then you notice that there is like this shimmering in the air, and you focus on it and it begins to fade, and you can see it's almost like this like gauze that you're looking through, and you can see this creature is just crushing Celestia behind this magic effect that you can now see through. So now you can see them, so
I can
yes,
see
you can
it.
do whatever it is that you'd like to do.
Would I know whether it's better to try to pry her from its arms or just try to heal her so she can do it herself?
You wouldn't know any better than you
Know right
yourself
now?
know, yeah.
I don't like this gym.
I don't either. I miss Alex.
Alex would have gotten away.
I know.
Can I
don't
try
like
to
it.
distract it? No?
You, based on what you've seen so far, you would guess
It
that these
wouldn't-
creatures are relatively intelligent.
Okay, so I'll try to pry her from its arm.
Okay.
What would I?
You're gonna provoke a bite.
Okay. Okay.
And then I guess it's gonna be relatively hard because normally like you would aid her, but she
Right,
can't do
she's-
it, so it's gonna be a really high DC. But you can roll the dice. But you are gonna provoke a bite from it when you do that.
Can I?
And it rolls
change my mind
twice.
before I?
Tackle it down! Killing you!
Okay,
gonna say
I already
it's a
said it. I'll
17
do
and
it.
18
I'll do
again.
it.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. I said it. What am I rolling? Sorry.
You are rolling a CMB check.
CMB.
Yep. You reach in there trying to pry.
22.
Wow.
22 is not going to do it with this roll. It is going to try to bite you. I did roll a 17 on one die, but the other one is lower. So let's see if a... Check. Where's my thing? There it is. The bite. Total of 18. Does that hit you? Total of 18 hits you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach in there trying to grab it and pry it off of its fallen prey, but it just bites your hand, and you take 8 points of damage.
Great.
Celestia, I need a save from you to see if you bleed to death.
Oh my god. Just roll a d20.
Yep, D20.
Die all that time trait in this character.
10.
10 is exactly what you needed to not continue further down towards death.
Thank you.
However,
Okay.
on my turn,
Yeah.
the very first thing that happens is that it crushes you. You're gonna take some damage.
You might just kill me.
It might.
Oh,
It's-
do that.
You take 4 plus 4. You
How
take
much?
9 points of crushing
I'm dead.
damage.
No, not dead yet.
Not dead yet. She remains alive.
There's 3
Miraculously.
away from dead.
So it's just
So
crushing
what's
you.
that?
Is it gonna finish the kill with a bite, or is it gonna try to bite the live, dangerous target in front of it? It's gonna bite. We gotta end this song. It's gonna try to bite Claret.
I mean, I'm not singing per se.
But the point remains that it's gonna bite Claret.
Singing.
Ioba 2006 has followed.
Yay! Thank you.
Oh no.
Oh, 20.
You are so lucky that he's making me roll twice, because the first one is a 20 on the die. My second one, it's armor class 16,
Nope.
which is a miss. No! My critical hit is denied to me! I hate it!
Oh my god.
How many rounds does that last?
As long as he keeps cackling, it will never end.
It won't end.
The Real Potus 98 has gifted a tier 1 sub to Whooper Styler. Woo! There's been Michael Jordan amount of gift subs in the channel and video music.
Thank you guys.
You know that Michael Jordan is not a number. Like, that's not a mathematical term, because you use it.
It is.
In Krag math.
I'm
it is.
from Chicago.
Get out
I
of the
am
cave.
from Chicago.
Math with this group
I'm
doesn't
from Chicago.
doesn't work.
23 is it.
But he's from North Carolina.
Whoa, Jared, you just like
He's
The
strong.
creature that you just got out of its
6
grip
championships
is going
under
to
his
come
belt.
towards you, try to get you like, ah! It's only have to take a 5-foot step, so it gets to whip at you with its tentacles, and it gets to bite you. Should have just moved further away last turn.
It's not nice to
We'll
whip
do the bite
people.
first.
Alright.
It's less interesting. The bite hits armor class 21.
Ooh, just enough.
Just enough? Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing that happens is from the bite, you take 9 points of damage. Then it's going to try to get you with the tentacles, hopefully establishing another grab. That's my favorite thing. I hit armor class 21 with the tentacles. 9 points of damage from the tentacles. And here comes the grab.
Arch.
That's another 9 points.
Another 9 points. And then 25 on the grapple.
Archmarge says, "Who's Michael Jordan?" Question mark.
He's a guy.
That's
So it grabs
He's
you.
a dude.
Who's a
My
dude?
other creature is dead, so it can do nothing. So close, guys.
Wow,
I just
wow,
need
I'm
one
almost
kill.
dead.
Right? I need
Why
one
are
for
you
my
looking at
box.
me?
Because you can just walk away. Let her go. Just walk away. Just let her
He's
go.
the cleric. He's more
Uh,
important than I am, Jim.
Kimbleton, it's your turn.
Try to break out again.
All right, make that CMB check.
That one is. Might add my strength to that one, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
breaking out?
CMB number that you add.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. There we go. That's a 17.
17 is not gonna do it. This time you are unable to struggle free. It remembered your wrestling moves from the last time, and it was ready, and it just grips tighter.
Can I bite it?
I'll allow it.
You might
It's
get
gonna be
infected.
real hard, but you can
I
try.
want to bite it. That's only an 8 on the die.
No.
It's really rough.
No, you can't do it.
Adler. Stop cackling. I mean, the cackling is just too
Good
much
old
cackling.
Adler,
There's
swinging
no
this
reason to cackle
whip
anymore.
around and slamming it at the thing that's on top of this one.
All right.
And on top of this Sunseeker, and he says, this one's not for you, abomination, and strikes. No, not gonna hit it, but
Good.
Well, thanks for
cackling.
trying.
Krag.
Is Adler in the way again?
No, but Claret is.
Oh.
I'm not in the way
So I
by
can't
myself.
charge. I can't
Actually,
charge.
I should have made you make a will save because the effect that, the illusion effect has not ended. Claret has just seen through it. You technically don't see the creature. I mean, you already made your attack and missed, so whatever. But
does
you
it
need to make a
require
save.
spell resistance?
No, it does not.
Stevie's struggling with
spell
air.
resistance does not affect it.
Will save.
It's a will save to see if you can see through the illusion covering this creature.
16.
16 is not enough. So you see nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, you don't see where this creature is.
I see a creature over by.
You see Kimbleton is struggling.
Can
He's
I
in
charge
dire
over there
straits.
and crush something. I just want to charge in and crush something, Jim.
No charging.
No charging.
It's too much
Only
in the way.
debit.
I'm gonna saunter.
Actually, you
up.
know what? You know what? I'm gonna let you charge at Kimbleton and swing away.
No.
I want to see this because this is the time, and you know it. This is the time when you're gonna roll a 1. I know it. I'm confident in that 1. I'll let you do it.
Is it on fire?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
it's
fire.
still on fire.
Oh! No, it's not a 1.
Ah!
It's not a 1.
Double one.
It's a double
It's a
one.
double 1.
That's alright.
Double one.
Uh,
But double one is a good double one.
25.
Double one.
25 is gonna hit.
Maximum. That's
That's right. I need to get my plus
Damage.
1.
hold on. That's
Too much. I
and
know that much.
fiery. That's a 24. So not a Michael Jordan.
Not,
For all you
not
people,
like
the
that.
greatest basketball player of all time.
I understand he's good at basketball, but there's also a number that you can just say. 23 is just a thing you can say. So you are trying to struggle free. You try to bite this creature. You can't. It's just everything's going. The vision's getting hazy. Tunnel vision. This thing crushes the life out of you, and then Krag comes out of nowhere, slams this hammer into it, caves in its head, and it just slides off of you.
Yes, another
It's
kill.
just wriggling on the
Click,
ground. Dead.
That's 2. 1 more.
One more and then one
Where
less.
is it?
Oh.
Clara,
Okay.
you don't have to. You could just walk
Jim?
away. You could let me have
Jim.
this
Walk
one
away.
for my box has no
Just
marks
walk
on it.
away.
My box has no mark.
So my
you
song
Lord of
echoes. I reach out and touch Celestia.
Oh.
Cure moderate
Touch
wounds.
someone.
Where are you touching me?
Doesn't matter. You're out.
On your beautiful face.
I would say that you're casting in melee range, which is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Make a concentration check to try to cast defensively.
Okay. I'll cast defensively.
I'm going to do it. I'm getting one.
I'll cast defensively.
All right.
I've never done it.
Make a
D20.
so yeah. At the if somewhere on your thing there should be a thing for your concentration, which is what you
Yeah.
add to the roll.
Okay. 23.
23 is gonna make it. So
Nice.
Okay.
do not provoke. I would say though that touching a creature that's grappling a creature that you're touching would probably provoke, but no. You have your stupid spell.
16 points of healing to you, 5 foot step away.
Are you serious? I'm awake!
Oh, but you stepped away. I can still get you this round because I'm gonna crush you and I'm gonna bite you.
You did not me. 11, 16, 5. Thank you.
You realize
She's more important than me.
She put you in perfect range for death.
I'll get you.
I just
It is
wanted
your
to
turn.
be able to break
It is
free.
your
My turn?
It is your turn.
Oh my god.
You are
I gotta
on the
cast
ground.
on myself.
You're
yes.
on the ground. This thing is just crushing you. You are grappled by it. What do you do?
Can I cast a heal on myself
You
while
can
I'm
make
grappled?
you can make a concentration check to attempt it, but it is difficult. You got to beat this creature's CMD.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
Just roll d20, yeah?
Roll a d20. At the top of your casting chart. There's a concentration number.
No, the other page.
Where's Marcus for a glitter blast so we can see this
Plus
stupid
9.
At
Okay.
Krag.
To the heavens! Call me! Help me, please!
thing? Screw you, Jobu.
Oh my god. 7 plus 9.
16.
16 is not enough.
Damn you!
Your spell fizzles. You try to call on Arender's power,
No!
but he does not hear your pleas, and your spell fizzles. And now it is my turn, and I'm putting a notch on my box.
Make him fail!
First thing that happens,
This one has to roll twice?
has to roll twice. Now the constriction damage is automatic, so it
Screaming
doesn't
to the
matter what I
heavens.
roll for that. But then the bite, I do have to roll twice.
Not one.
Here comes the constriction
No,
damage.
no. I am.
I deal
What?
12 points of constriction damage.
God damn it, I'm back down. What's that? Thanks.
And now I roll twice to
No.
bite.
No, fail. Fail.
You gotta do it.
Fail.
I need this.
Fail.
And my box has no
Fail.
notches on it.
ones.
Fail.
I need this.
Fail.
Two nat ones.
I have to be there for them.
Guys,
Are you
I'm
kidding?
sitting on another natural 20
Oh, you have to roll.
that I can't use. The other one, however, is a 13 on the die. And then plus the... And it's grappled, so it takes the minus, so plus 7 is 20 total. Bites.
Celestia might be.
9 points of damage.
I'm poof. I think I'm poofed. Am I poofed?
You try to struggle. You try to call out for your god's help. Oh! The spell fizzles, and this thing just squeezes
Worked so hard.
the life out of you. And then leans down and takes a huge chunk of flesh out of your neck. Blood spilling out over the stone.
Nobody sees this because it's
I do.
invisible.
Clarette sees it. You
I see the horror.
Like, you just see there's so much blood. And this creature...
This music is not
like
helping.
grabs her, and it looks like it's trying to like shuffle away, dragging her body. It barely gets like anywhere because it's already taken its action this turn.
Sorry,
Just
guys,
paint
you're
a
on your
picture.
own.
Just the tapestry.
I
It looks
appreciate
like it's
it.
trying to drag her body into the darkness to continue feeding on it. Kimbleton, you are standing over this
She's got a
creature.
lot of good stuff.
You hear Clarette's song like hits this crescendo of agony and pain. You can tell there's still danger. What do you do?
I can't really see it. Can I? I see her. I just start running in the
Right,
direction
make
that
a will
she's
save
staring.
to see if you can pierce the illusion.
That's
Did
a
you mark,
10.
did you mark a
10 is
kill,
not going
Jim?
to do it. Yeah, you don't know what is happening. Yeah, I'm definitely going to mark my box. Definitely.
Um,
Yeah, you can't see a creature. You see what you actually see is pooling around Clarette's feet, like coming toward is this huge pool, and it looks like it's coming almost like there's a curtain that this blood is just flowing from.
The direction she's looking,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start flinging
just throw an
axes.
axe. Yeah, go ahead. It's
I'm
a
gonna
50% miss chance, but you can do it. Yeah.
Woo! That is a 28.
28 will hit. Now you have to roll percentiles.
Right.
If you get less than 50%, it's an automatic miss because it has concealment against you. But if you roll higher than 50%, you hit.
Got to 30.
13. So yeah, you just Hail Mary an axe, and it passes through this, there's a shimmer as it passes through, almost like a curtain, and it goes through it, and then the axe blinks back to your belt. Nothing else happens. Clarette, you see this axe just goes sailing over, missing.
That's all I get, yeah. 'cause I
And
moved.
now it's Adler's turn.
Since we've seen this axe go through this
Yeah,
shimmering veil, does it give us any bonus?
Yeah, you can make a check to pierce the illusion.
17 on the die.
Yeah, so you can now see that there's this illusionary wall that's blocking your vision.
Sorry, we got it. I'm in for life. That was a big kill. 6 feet tall, even.
Whatever.
Jay Womack said
Wasn't
go all
Alex.
Ric Flair on it.
That's what I
Kimbleton,
said
he's the
to
original
him.
nature boy. It's true, but I failed. I'm sorry.
And Joe needs a refill says
you can now
correct
see
pronouncing
your
LeBron
target.
James number 20.
So I'm going
And you can see it's dragging a limp body.
to walk up to it,
Uh-huh.
burning hands,
Saunter.
All right.
and also cackle.
And also cackle, just to be a dick. Just to be a dick. I still have to roll twice on everything. I have to roll twice. I do it. Save.
For those of you who don't know, I can do these things because I have a quick runner shirt.
So you take you activate your quick runner shit to take an extra move action so that you can cackle, move,
Quick what?
and cast burning hands.
Quick runner's shirt.
Can't even channel energy.
Wait, a quick runner shirt?
It's alright. That's not you anyway.
Marathon?
All right.
Marathon man?
That was a different.
My low save DC was on a 13.
And actually, that does not pass.
Does not save, so I'm going to
So-
take 5d4 fire damage to the face. Probably not.
5d4.
The good news is that it's also going to serve as a cremation service for your companion.
What'd you say? Cremation?
Yeah, you're
cremating
getting
your
cremated
body.
right now.
4, 4, 3, 2. All right, so that's a total of. No, that's more than that.
What did you say?
12.
4, 4.
Well, it's 15
Oh, yeah,
points
more.
of fiery damage.
Yep, that is way over the threshold. This thing, you just incinerate this creature as it's trying to drag its meal away into the darkness. Walk up to it, unleash this blast of flames, nearly blinding for you, but it's but you force yourself to look as this body burns and smolders, and it is dead. It
And
is.
Celestia's dead. We see her now. Dead.
Yes. If she wasn't dead before, she is absolutely
Oh,
dead
she's
now.
burned up now, too?
Badly
Yeah.
She took all
crisped
that.
up. Oh yes.
Can I do a heal check to see?
She's dead, Krag.
I got a 3.
she's
dead?
100%
Wait,
dead.
I'm gonna assist.
Actually, with a
I'm gonna
3, she's
assist.
alive. If she would just stand up, she could rejoin you.
My
You're okay, so I
You just
start rubbing dirt
yeah.
on it.
you take the night. You're like, if I
Into
just
the
cut.
ashes.
Does my
She's
assist
6
help?
feet tall.
I rolled a 14. Does that help?
6 feet tall.
I look
Dead!
over. I look over to the rest of the group and I go, "Welcome to the Dark Lands, Sunseekers."
You
So
guys.
Right, Diana, you gotta do another
I'm
character right
thinking in my head that they're all dead. Everyone's dead.
This is pretty much proof that
Yeah, this is proof
this
that-
is a fruitless search.
Aye.
Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead.
Is anybody really, really hurting?
I mean,
besides
I
me?
am.
I'm
I already tried healing you.
I know. No, I know. I
I'm
appreciate
pretty
it. I
bad.
know.
You're pretty bad.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I mean, I'm all right. I've been worse off before.
I'm feeling kind of toasty.
Okay, I'll give you a cure moderate.
Kind of ashy.
I'm not taking any healing from you.
I wasn't offering any. 12 points for you,
Oh, thank you.
and I'll do one on myself. 10 for myself.
James Womack 94 says, "To the heavens I call out, I've got alleys." That'd be Marcus
And
if he was
since
dying.
combat with that is done, the aspect of the bull disappears.
So now you can call out all the subs.
I'm
followers.
going to. My only job here for the rest of the night is to read all the comments and the subs and everything, commentary.
So,
You did it, Jim.
you guys heal your wounds as best you can.
Not me.
Patch yourselves up. Prepare yourselves to
I
head
think,
deeper into the
When
Darklands.
they're not looking, I take a little bit of the ashes.
The real POTUS 98
Of
says
me?
dead PCs like Celestia should be responsible for bringing Jim Jam drinks and snacks. Maybe feed him grapes or something.
Oh no, that's really. I don't know about
And
that.
look what's happening over there. He's taking her one and only job.
So, unnerved
That's
by what you've seen down here in the Darklands, following a clearly insane man deeper and deeper underground, though despite his clear mental unhingedness, he has proven to be an ally, and did, as far as you can tell, work towards the interests of the party, though whether it was simply a matter of saving himself or honoring his deal to lead you,
Self-preservation.
you don't know. But you leave this, you continue through this sort of stone forest, enemies and companions alike dead in your wake, and we will have to continue this journey through the Darklands another time.
But it's early.
It's 9 o'clock. That's when we stop. That's when it happens.
No. Remember, we can go 4 hours.
Right.
Remember, Jim?
And Lear's not here.
Yeah.
I
I'm
got
not here to make faces.
6 hours, and I could be Alex
6
again.
hours? Just to be sitting there, getting me drinks and grapes. What fun is that?
All right, fine.
We'll call it here, guys. We'll pick up next week with your journey towards your companions. Can you save them before whatever it is that is wearing Krag's face?
I want Krag's face guy to die, though. He doesn't need to be saved.
He doesn't need to be saved. No, we don't want to save him because he has all of Krag's things, and Krag very much wants his things back. Before we go, though, tonight, we do have prizes to give away. What are those prizes, you may ask? Well, it is the Paizo Goblin. Cute little guy coming to you. We also
what a
have...
wonderful prize.
What's that?
Where did Quigley
Oh,
come
wait,
from?
he's back.
What happened?
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
good.
Quigley.
Oh, good. We have the card from Sirenscape, $20 towards Sirenscape sound
Nice.
sets. That's going to get you quite a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of sound collections for you from Sirenscape. We also have a Brick Warriors Warrior Pack, which I gave away. If you were paying attention at the beginning, I never do this, but I actually gave away a little bit of what is in store for your minifigures if you win this. And we are also giving away the character folio, although you could elect to donate this to Diana, since she's going to need to have a space for another character, because she died.
Boo. Is there a boo? Boo.
Do not boo me! Do not boo me!
Well,
all I
Jim,
need
you
from
finally
Social
got a kill.
is a number of shares that we have. It looks like he's already on the ball. 31 of you guys did it.
Nice.
I will say that let's have one of our guests. Let's have, I think, Clarette, actually. I'm going to have you roll.
Oh, okay. I was gonna defer to
know.
Celestia since she died.
No,
She
but
died.
you tried to save me, so
But
we'll
we
use
don't.
it.
We're not going to reward failure. With, I mean, she lost. I'm not going to, you know.
She lost Pathfinder.
I don't know what happened.
Well,
Dana, if you're watching,
She likes
he didn't do
Alex.
Alex.
She doesn't
That's
care
true.
about
She likes
Celestia.
Alex.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Fine.
35 won't do it.
35 won't do it.
How about a 22?
22 will do it. So, an early share, guys. Number 22, Social is going to count back a little bit. Let me know which of you is winning this amazing prize pack. Keep in mind that if you have a prize pack coming to you, there has been some delays because, as you can see, things on the couch have been shifted up. You guys were asking for signatures. We want to make sure that we have all of the cast present and able to give those signatures, so things have been delayed a little bit. But we are going to get those prizes out to you as soon as we can. If you do win, make sure that you message us. You can direct message Dat Dragon Show on Twitter. You can find us, if you're on our Discord, you can message me on our Discord. You can message our page on Facebook, facebook.com/DatDragonShow. Any of those sources, just send us a direct message with your address and whether you'd like it to be signed so that we can get that out to you. I don't know. I mean, we can sign this book, but it's kind of... Well, no, there's spaces to sign it. So, yeah, we can still sign for this prize pack, too. All good. Okay. It's Connie. Connie, you're winning. At MCPJ2001, you are winning this prize pack from us tonight. Direct message us. Let us know if you'd like this to be signed and sent to you. And we will get that out to you as soon as we can. To the rest of you, thanks so much for joining us. I know there were a lot of new faces out there. You can expect us back here every week, Friday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We play from about 3 to 4 hours every time.
4.
This was a very exciting episode for me. I've never gotten a kill before, so I'm pretty happy. I'm stoked. Even though I was under the effects of misfortune forever, and that's the worst, and I'm killing the witch next. What you got for me, Kimbleton? You were going to say something?
No, I was just saying you get to finally mark your box, right?
That's right. I'm going to mark my box, my one mark on my box. I'm really pumped about it.
I think you should, Alex Dagger etch it in your,
Oh,
your
yeah.
trunk back there.
Oh, yeah. We
so
should
everyone can
definitely,
see.
yeah. We got to make that, that's like my Headhunter's trophy up there for sure. Do you guys want to take care of a couple more? There's a couple of comments
are
at the
still
end
happening.
here.
Trill Surge
Ben, you wanna take
dropped
that?
1985.
Wow.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Nice.
He's been itching for a kill for a while now. He's been egging me on.
Jonix has followed. Thank
Hey.
you, Jonix.
Yay.
Do you want to take that top comment?
Yes, the true mark of a loving husband-wife relationship. I don't need healing from you. I wasn't offering any. When did that happen?
Sarah Girl
Oh, that was when
9959.
she went to heal that one, and you said, I don't want you healing me.
Oh, yeah,
It
you,
wasn't him,
It's like,
though.
I wasn't
It
going to heal you
It was
anyway.
a
That wasn't
different
me.
person.
That was a different...
He
He
wasn't
had an
there.
out-of-body experience.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Cool.
He's doing the whole thing. Yeah.
Sarah Girl 9959. Diana's
We're just
job
gonna
is to-
drive that into the ground. Okay.
Diana's job is to laugh at the party when they do stupid things. It's the best job around, but very busy.
I will say that Celestia had a bad day today. She fell like 100
Lost her
feet
shoes.
down a 40% grade.
Oh, it's a
Just getting
40% grade. Oh.
doof.
You
Yeah.
didn't tell me it was 40%. I wouldn't have sledded down there.
We did great, though.
It's loud.
She had a
Red blades.
real bad
Sorry.
day. That's all I'm saying.
Sir Jonathan the Bold. Jim, can you read Sir Jonathan the Bold and Jonathan?
Sir Jonathan the Bold falsely claims, Celestia, you shall be avenged. I think not. They already were avenged, technically, because her killer is dead.
Yeah.
Fine. You guys, this was
Gave
fun.
us 2 bits.
Oh, yay. 2 bits.
Yay.
Followed in 2 bits.
Who's
Thanks, Jarnix.
our bit boss?
Oh yeah, who's the bit boss?
Red ended with 6,565 hit points left.
Jeez.
Possible
Wow.
17,000.
Guys, you
Wow.
tried to take down Big Red, but he is a
Thank you,
true
Big Red.
boss. He's a true bit
I'm
boss.
still
Bit boss
big
boss
red.
He's a
battle.
bit boss beast.
Bit boss battle.
1,400
What?
Jeez, you guys.
4,000.
Were-
Wait, these are just. What's the total
Dang.
on the
So
episode?
Big Red, if my math is correct, gave us $464.
Wow.
Wild Fair gave us 400.
Guys,
You're
why-
doing the math wrong. It's
Wow.
This is my mind
$464,000.
blowing up right
Thousand
now.
million.
$1
Thousand
million.
million,
100
We got $1 million on this
We're doing
episode.
a musical episode.
We're gonna build a whole new Krag
I'm
cage.
excited for that one.
We're expanding the garage.
Yep, we're actually gonna move into the house now. We're just
You
gonna
moved to the garage,
take out the
Krag.
whole. Yeah, you're moving to the garage. We're
We're
moving to
the
the house.
breadwinners now.
Guys, we will see you here next Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Thanks you so much for joining us. It's been a ton of fun playing. See you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Good night.